Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Monkey Brains Podcast. I am Amber.
I'm alive.
That's awesome!
Hi.
And your name?
My name is. If you want to know my name, you have to answer my riddles 3.
I guess we're not answering the riddles 3, which means it's next up.
I'm John Watt. Made it here in time.
Wow, that's awesome. Why are you cracking yourself up?
I don't know. I was trying to think of a joke and I failed, so I was kind of put on the spot. I was trying to think of a joke. Anyways, hello, folks. My name is River. Moving on.
And the last?
I forgot my name.
All right.
My name is so...
That awesome. I'm glad we all introduced. It only took a minute and a half.
We've done better, but we've
anyways,
also done worse.
What I was saying was that the Pokemon names. It reminds me of the time that Amber and I did Nuzlocke, and all of our Pokemon were named like, I don't know.
Oh, who characters?
I think no, they weren't. They were named like Pencil and Bob.
Bob.
You know, I don't remember doing that.
I have the video.
Are you
I think
gaslighting
because
us?
I thought it
Pia?
was really funny. I might have deleted it when I removed a lot of videos from my phone.
I just want to point out real fast. Do you understand how insulting that would be if put yourself in the shoes of the Pokemon?
No.
Pokemon
aren't real, River.
Spry looking
I don't have
trainer
shoes.
waltzes up to you
Pokemon
with a
don't have
Pokeball,
shoes, River,
Actually,
because they're not
except for the
real.
ones
manages to
do.
capture you, and somehow you are now under the will of this trainer. And then they decide to give you a nickname. What is that nickname gonna be? You ask
It's a
yourself.
fart fuck.
Fucking Bob. Who in the world?
Do you think
I mean-
I don't think Pokemon have that deep of a concept of like.
I mean, I named my
naming
Magnemite
conventions?
Chuck.
I feel like it depends on what Pokemon, because there's Alakazam. I bet could do my taxes for me if I had taxes to pay.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
can
like it
name
depends on what Pokemon it is.
you can name them like Albatross or something like that.
Name him Alcatraz.
Alcatraz,
That's
like the thing in golf.
That's a
thing
great
in
example
golf?
of the name.
I think I think you're thinking of an albatross.
Yeah, that's what I said. Albatross. That's what I said.
No,
I
you
said
No,
said
I
Alcatraz.
said Alcatraz, not
Yeah.
albatross.
I was talking about Albatross.
Well, then you
I never said Alcatraz.
I said Alcatraz, and then I
said Albatross. I was talking about Albatross when I mentioned it about the Alakazam name. I'm seething and I'm seething and I'm
as you should.
whining. I'm gonna punch my mic. You know what?
We should do
Actually,
another
yeah.
Nuzlocke sometime.
If I do that, I'll.
Anyways, as I was saying, so basically Splatoon is happening again, and it's the final one. So now it's ending. It's
How
ending.
Fia says, like I was saying, as if she brought this conversation up at the start of the episode.
I was saying
Our
it's
off recording shenanigans are too spicy for the public
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah, we talk about so many things, like the nuclear launch codes and Toho.
Yeah, two very correlating
Have we
things that
talked
match
about
really well.
nuclear launch codes?
Yes, several times.
We talk about
forget?
we all have our own things. Fia talks about Splatoon and the occasional other thing. River talks about a bullshit. I don't know. Soul talks about Pokemon. Gem talks about
Lie.
Terraria, maybe. and
Aye.
I talk about like Toho and Grand Blue or something.
Jem tries to bring the conversation back
Wait, no,
to a
we're just
coherent, like a coherent string of like conversation, while we all while the rest of us just brain rot each other.
Jem is sane, and we are not. Thanks, Jem.
Thank
Wait,
you,
what?
Jem. We are.
Well, what did I do?
You're the sane one of the group.
Oh,
You're the
alright.
normal.
Fucking Gem over here, like,
What?
Yeah,
Imagine going up to like an army vet and going like, "Thank you for your service." And he's like, "Huh? I did that."
thank you for your cervix.
thank you for your
Shit!
service.
Shiny! I found a shiny! Yay!
What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's a Burmy. It's a
Name
sand,
it cloak.
it's a,
Wait. Hold up.
it's a
Name it
sand
cloak.
cloak Burmy. For
Name it
for
cloak,
those of
please.
you who are listening and
Oh.
only listening, I am also currently on the side having Poke Rogue Emerald. It's a ROM hack.
Okay,
I don't think they'd be able to tell, even if
it
they
is-
weren't listening.
Yeah. Soul's got the Poke Rogue side hoe on the podcast currently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a special guest.
Oh yeah, that bitch is gonna be shiny. Ooh.
We should have more
Hell yeah.
special. We should have another special guest sometime soon.
It's
We
been a-
haven't had one in a while.
Like who?
Been a while.
I don't
So-
know.
I find it kind of hilarious that Fia was one of our first special guests, and now
She
she's
was-
I think I
she
was
was
regular on
the
the.
the first
first.
special guest.
She was
She was-
the
she
number
was-
one special
For-
guest.
She was on episode 3. Episode
Yes.
1 and 2, we didn't have any guests. We were going
Right,
to
that
have
would be
Fia.
so
We were
funny.
going to have Fia on episode 2, but something happened. I forget.
You forgot.
So
Maybe
Now
I
Fia's
just exploded
here.
for a bit.
always
Now I'm here,
ever.
more guys.
She's stuck
Now you
to
know more
us.
about Splatoon than you ever will need to know or want
Yep.
to know.
This takes me back to the conversation I had with Jem, like, I think it was like a month ago or something like that, where
So like
said-
our last episode.
it was just shit, probably. He said something really hilarious about, like, when I first joined the FFV, I had joined shortly after Soul.
I don't know. Yeah, this
And-
story.
So when Jem had met me, he was like, "Oh, cool, new member," and but secretly was like, "Who the fuck is this bozo?" Like,
No, that wasn't the story. It was like because you and Soul joined so quickly, and since I knew Soul and I didn't know you, I thought, oh man, this River person literally took out all the zap from Soul's entrance. It's like not many
Yeah.
people are talking to him. I was like, man, I kind of don't like this person because I was like, I'm here to defend my friend. I don't like you. He took away the spotlight from him.
And keep in mind, this was like before River went through the whole like self-discovery, like
No, this was even before you two became friends. Like started.
yeah, no,
talking.
this is like
Oh,
before
yeah.
River went through the whole like self-discovery stuff, and at the time but before she became a they became fuck.
Before she went
I
through the
fucked up
pipeline.
the order.
you are failing miserably.
Yeah, before she went to
She
the.
originally
the
identified
pipeline.
as a dude, which is why Jem used the he. Then he went through they, and they went through she, and now she is here, and she is eat sand, die.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys ever seen that image? That's like. You guys ever seen that image? That's like beware the pipeline.
That's what I just referenced.
Yeah, that's
That's
that's what happened to River.
that's also what happened to me for the
I was just about to say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
You're-
This story,
you
I
were
wanna
not- I'm surprised you are not aware of the fact that I did identify as non-binary for a period of time.
Was
We,
it
I
like
think,
when
if I remember
I might have
correctly,
been there, maybe.
if I
Was
remember
it during the
correctly,
time where I like messaged you before I like or like
Possibly.
as I?
It possibly was done. I don't remember quite. Actually, I can probably give you a bit more of a definitive timeline. Let me just pull up a calendar because it was.
Wait, do you have?
What do you mean?
I'm
So
sorry.
because I've been...
I was very confused about what you meant by calendar. I just assumed that like you had a calendar and on it was like, yes. This
I have
is
a
when I
calendar.
discovered that.
No, because
I have a calendar.
So 2 years ago is when I like almost exactly 2 years ago is when like I publicly like not online came out as like fully trans. And but there was some amount of time before that I was like trans online, and then a bit before that where I was non-binary online, and that was I want to say I kind of want to say like 3 years ago at this point. Man, it's been a while.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so if any of you were around me 3 years ago, Fia was most definitely.
I was not.
You
No,
might have.
I don't think
It's
I was.
Not
possible.
either.
It's possible you could have caught it at the tail end, depending on like when you joined the server.
Because
but
me and
who
River,
knows?
we joined like May 10th and May 14th respectively. Like I joined
Okay,
on the
wait,
10th.
first of all, hold on,
It's
pause.
River
How
and
the fuck
I.
would you know
No,
that?
wait. Huh?
It's River and I, not River and me.
I know that because it was like my birthday in like a few days when I joined, and it took like a few more days. Wait, no, yeah, no, it was what was it like a few more days before you joined, or did we join the same day? I don't remember.
No, I joined.
joined,
I
like, a
think
few
I
weeks
joined like a
after.
few days after because.
Yeah, no, it was for me. It was May 10th of like I want to say 20. Hold on, it was during my senior year of high school. It was 2022 because I graduated 2022, May 10th, and then May 14th. That was when River joined, and I know that for a fact because I talked with Akko on the day that I was brought in, and it was like 8 days before my birthday on that fact. And I think I can go back to the group chat where me, Jem, and Aku, we were all in a group chat talking about my inauguration into the FFB.
I need to talk to the FFB more. I was busy and
It's
I
the-
just
we
got
have
Fine,
it.
you don't
You know
have
what's
to.
funny?
You don't have to.
It's, you know, it's
No, but I
funny.
want to.
FFB?
You know what's funny? We've wait, Avery, are you not aware that Fia's in the FFV?
Yeah,
No,
you guys spent so much effort trying to get me to join, and now I never talk here because
Yeah,
because
We've
I got
never-
too distracted by school.
It's fine. You know, it's. I realize we never actually talked. We've talked about this a few times by ourselves, but we never talked about this on the podcast about how the FFE is just kind of dying.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
very dead.
Oh.
It's like back when I first joined, which was like 3 years ago. It was fairly active and quite different from how it was because I joined back when Ian was there, and Fia doesn't recognize any of those names, so that's fine. Like
Okay.
Ian was there, Patronak was there, fucking
Mm-hmm.
I think that one person that I don't remember the name of was there.
What? Which one?
The one
the
person that
one-
was like really
the
bad.
one-
No.
Ri-
What? No. Which one?
God, I don't. The name escapes me, but I'm just like
Like a quality.
was it like thanks THX whatever?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's even before I got. No, yeah.
Yeah. I've been.
You mean
I-
the guy by the name of Thanks See You Later or something like that?
Yeah. I believe she. I don't know actually.
I think they're a dude.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think he was in the server at the time that I joined. So I've been around for a very long while.
You have.
And
Good job. I'm proud
back
of you.
then it was pretty active, and the more people came and went, the more activity was. There was activity here and there, and it was fairly active. Nowadays, like you have like 5 different maybe like 7 different people that talk in the server, and it's in like 2 different groups, and occasionally they interact if they both happen to be in general at the same time, and it's like it's not much is happening. And I know that the most of the development that has happened since we've talked is that Aku is trying to kind of like reignite it. He wants to do some game nights, which haven't happened yet. But he's been wanting to do like wholesome things because like, and the FFE is just kind of I've described it before in the times that we've talked where it's just like it's kind of served its purpose. It acted as a place for a bunch of people to get together and hang out and support each other. And now that we're not really like, now that we all kind of know each other and know the people that we're sticking with, because if we're not sticking with the people, we either have no intention of sticking with them, or you're like me and never talk to anyone. And anyway, but because it's kind of served its purpose, and now it's just like you post art. If you post art, you'll maybe get like one person replying to it, if that.
I remember when you could post like something like back like 3 years ago or like 2 years ago, and then you would have like 5 or 7 people commenting. It's like, oh wow, that's cool. That's so cool.
Yeah, do you remember? I remember man. Back in my day, we had a problem where art would get overshadowed. Now there's nothing to overshadow because
right. That's right. I remember that there was like a time where okay, I don't want to say there's better artists. I want to say that there's people who are more knowledgeable on how art functions.
Yeah, like they have more experience in art and can do.
Yeah,
Jem, you are on thin ice right now.
No, okay, listen. No. It's a thing. Like there's people in art. Like art is subjective, right? You can say, "Oh, I like this more than that." That is fine, but what is not subjective is how much a person knows, because there's people who know less about art. There's more who know. There's more that study. There's one that less. So. There used to be, I'm not going to say who, but there was a subset of people who, you could tell that they knew more about art, how art is, like how you can make art look appealing. And there used to be like always times when someone would post something and they would get like about 3 to 4 people. And then someone else would post and they would get like about 7 to like 8 people talking, like drag the people that never talked out of the woods to say something. It's like, and then I remember it got people demotivated because it was like, oh, these people are getting more attention than me, and now like you'd be lucky to even get like a single reaction to your image.
Yeah, it's really come because like I remember I've been here in the FFE, not here, but I've been in the FFE for long enough to like I feel so like the 2 servers that I've had a central presence in, being the front-end focus subreddit Discord server and the FFE, I feel so old in now because I never go to them, but I've been there for long enough that I know, if not all the history, at least a decent amount of the history. And it's so weird to compare them, like, because the FFE had so many problems that would, like, there was a time where there was a role that everyone had. You just had it when you joined, called Cool Crew Clubber. And originally we made it so that you could, if you had something that you wanted to share, you could ping that role just to like be like, hey, everyone, check out this thing that I did. And it was like, it was a thing where like I brought this up initially when we eventually got rid of it, because like at first it was no hold bars, it was like no holds barred, it was like you could ping whenever, like there was like a soft rule of wait a bit after someone pings so that you're not spamming, but there wasn't anything solid, like there was no limit to how many times you could ping in like a day.
If I'm not like mistaken, based on like the history that I do know of the FFB, because I was in it, and I do like I think I do remember a bit that like that some of the pinging caused like at least a couple of older members to like leave because of how many notifications they were getting.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure if I don't think no, they did not
know.
leave. They did not leave purely for notifications. Everyone who left did so because of other reasons. Like
No,
I think
because I'm pretty sure I saw like at least like 2 very like
No,
old members through like the chats.
no.
No.
Because I read
No.
through a lot of chats. Like I was very bored in high school.
Yeah, no. They're also on a little fun thing. You can continue. I was scrolling to Twitter and I found the "Beware of the Pipeline" image.
You know what? I also saw that. I also saw it earlier on Twitter because it was just someone pointing out how the difference between he, they, and they, them was that their ass got fatter. They didn't even change those.
That is the exact tweet I'm reading.
Yeah.
Anywho,
my
continue.
God.
You should continue.
Twitter.
Yeah. So the pinging was a problem because like it would be a thing of like someone would ping and sometimes like it would be a thing like they would ping and then like they would post art normally and no one would say anything. It would be like crickets, and then they ping and then it's like, oh wow, that's awesome art, that's so cool. And like it became I kind of like pointed out at some point when we got rid of the system, initially we had it so that like you were limited, like every person was limited to a certain amount of pings a week or something like that, which was with like a band-aid fix on the problem, and it didn't really do anything.
I thought it was like a ping for a day, like everybody had a ping.
there's something
Yeah,
like
I believe
that.
it was like 2 or 3 pings per day.
No, I think it was just one because I remember that I remember the specific incident, not an incident, but a specific like situation where
Nice.
you pinged once, River. It was you. I remember exactly.
Yeah, nice.
Because you and then after that you pinged another time. You ping like 2 times in one day. I remember because I remember knowing the rule, and I think a couple other people were like, "Hey, you're not allowed to ping 2 times." You're like, "Wait, when was that a thing?"
Oh my god, I remember that now. It was you. That's right. Because I had shared music. I think it was. I was like I was like kickstarting my Friday Night Funkin' like making
Career.
music for Friday Night Funkin'. I don't want to say career,
I know I'm joking.
but I had like a bunch of music files that I wanted to share, like just as a collection of like, here are things I've made. I hope people enjoy listening to them. So I pinged for it, and I got like no reactions, no comments, no nothing. And then I think it was a few hours later that same day, I pinged again to see if anybody like had just missed it the first time, or if people like had seen it but forgot to reply to it. And like a few hours past that, I still had gotten nothing. And the only comment that I did get, I believe, was from Adam. I don't quote me on that. I think it was Adam who told me, but I just remember getting a message along the lines of, yeah, they bumped it down to 1 ping a day, and I was like, when the fuck?
Oh yeah, because it was 2 originally. I remember now because it was 2, but then they bumped it down to 1. But then I think you've been out like. Not like out of the server, but just kind of like on the server
and like
for a
the
bit.
thing was,
and when you like snap back to reality, you were like, "Wait a minute, only
Serious,
one? What bullshit is this? What type of bullshit is this?"
It was a thing where like the problem was like the ping system was just terrible to begin with. Like limiting it was not the problem. It was basically just like targeting the wrong part of it, because the problem wasn't that there was too many pings. It was the fact that like, and I brought this up when we were discussing getting rid of it, where it was like it feels more like I'm not like I'm pinging to get the attention. I'm not pinging to like because I'm pinging for the sake of just doing it because I know that people will see it and like it feels like the only way. Like, I'm not posting art for myself anymore, like, as something for fun. I'm posting it for the publicity. I'm gonna find my exact words, because I forget exactly what I said. It was somewhere... I think it was the original council group chat. Because we had one of those. We have the current council, which has its own set of things, and then we have the old council.
And then like, ominous like men choir, just like oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh god, the old council is so weird. It has it was originally me, Aku, Trey, and I think a few other people. I know Freya. Oh yeah, Freya was also in there. Yeah, it was just us four. Because I don't know. Yeah. Oh wow! I scrolled down. I scrolled back. I have indeed scrolled back far enough. Like I'm seeing like, Aku is saying like, yeah, we need to talk about pings and stuff. Because I feel like we are having some situations where people are pinging too closely to one another, and it blocks people from seeing their art. So I want to know what you guys thought about a 30-minute buffer between pings. And
30 minutes?
And I immediately responded with, I thought we had something like that already. Which yeah, like...
Right?
Like, it was like, it was an implication rather than like a rule. I think that's kind of where that was from.
Yeah.
Like in the Constitution.
Because like earlier, because I thought it was also like something that everyone just like unanimously agreed on, like you wait a little bit so that way it can be that. But then like it did become like an official like rule, or not like a rule, but I kind of like a rule. Basically, it's you wait. How long was the wait time? It was like, was it half an hour or was it like an hour? I could have sworn it was like an hour, but I could be like just wrong, like entirely. I think it might have been 30 minutes as well. I don't know. It's one or the other. Full twerp.
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking at let's see. Oh yeah, man, there was a lot of fun discussions. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. There was a time where we had like the idea, like we had the plan to, like, I forget what caused this in the FFE, but we had like an idea where basically, I think because tensions were kind of running high for one reason or another, so it was basically like, what if we like basically just like soft locked the server and had everyone just talk in DMs. Wait, I think it was, okay, I think I remember the reason why. So the problem, I think that it was to do with bias, because a lot of people would only interact with the people that they want to, which is how it turned out anyway. The proposed solution was to lock up the server, everybody and have everyone be like, okay, go out and DM each other, like meet new people,
which did not happen.
No, I don't think the lockdown didn't end up happening, and also it was a dumb idea to begin with.
Wait, I've just kind of zoned out. What happened? I'm sorry. I have so little to add to this conversation, so I just kind of.
It's fine. I was talking about, we had a thing in the FFV for a time where too many people were where like there was too much bias, where people were hanging out with only certain groups and certain people, which ended up happening anyway in the server. So
that's how things will work.
Yeah, the proposed solution was, what if we locked down the server for a week and everyone would just DM each other and meet new people by DMing
Wouldn't
each other?
Wouldn't they just DM their friends?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly what happened.
Yeah, like, literally that was, how is that not the first thought? It was a point that was, like, also... no shade.
It was
No
brought up in the
shade.
discussion.
No, I don't wanna give shade to Trey here because he meant well, but it was brought up by what's she going by now? She has a new name. It's not Mercy anymore.
Like the vampire.
I didn't even know she was going by a new name.
Yeah, there was something about that recently. I don't remember. Anyway, but she brought it up, being like, yeah, like everyone's just going to go to their own groups, which because they would. And
Which they did.
Again, no shade to Trey, but the first thing he says is, "I think that's pessimistic thinking."
No,
I mean, like, it's not pessimistic. It's just
it's realistic.
yeah, it's realistic.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
I think I had like a conversation with Aku that kind of went like that. Like I was trying to make like realistic points, and it's like, okay, let's not be cynical. It's like, well, I'm not being cynical. I'm being realistic. I think that was back when. I think that was back when Aku had like his whole like, oh, but leave it up to hope because Q taught me to believe in hope, and it's like,
sound like a Danganronpa protagonist.
kinda, yeah.
Oh my god, I was out. I apparently was kind of out for blood because my response to that was literally just, this gets brought up a lot and nothing happens. I do not have faith in this. And Aku, like, I think was kind of like,
Peeved?
yeah, kind of peeved that
For negative.
yeah, like,
In the bike.
yeah, like, yeah, I don't remember what was going on at that time. What time was this? It was March of 2023. I don't know. I don't remember what was happening in March of 2023.
I decided to say that.
March of 2023. I don't. Oh man, was that when I was on hiatus on the server?
Possibly, I don't know.
Because I went on
I
a good
remember
like
that.
few month break, and then I came back to it, and then I left again because I didn't agree with some viewpoints that were being expressed. Nothing like of the sensitive nature. It's just, I guess, more of like how things were being ran.
I remember
Yeah.
why you left. Yeah, it was the whole thing of like venting channels and blah 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 blah.
Oh my
god.
I don't think any
remember
server
that.
should ever have venting channels because it never ends well.
It was like with the FFV, the venting channels were interesting because, like, granted,
There was a
we were
lot of frustration.
hang on, let me, like, granted, the thing was like, there's a lot to say about venting channels being a grown adult sobbing their eyes out while a 15-year-old pats them on the back. It wasn't so much like that in the FFV because for the most part we were fairly similar in age, like maybe a couple of years, like a few years difference depending. That's not to say that there weren't, that, like, because this was 3 years ago, which I would have been like 15. And like I would have been 15 and Aku probably, I don't know how old Aku is now, but it probably still would have been an adult at the time. And there is in case you aren't aware, there is still a very significant difference in maturity between being 15 and being 18. Just 3 years can make a lot of a difference, but it like, so that was one thing, but also just like there tended to be some heavy things that went on.
Oh yeah.
Very much so.
Like there were things that, like, why are you in a venting channel? Please see a therapist. Like that happened a lot. Like that's not exclusive to the FFE. That's everywhere. Look, the
I've seen.
subreddit Discord server had a venting channel. You don't want to know what happened in there.
And the thing is like I've
That channel is
seen,
long gone, by
and
the way.
I've seen, and many of you also know. Well, maybe not Fia, but everyone else knows that I have also partaken in the venting channels and trying to channel some stuff out, and maybe it wasn't for me. But I can definitely speak on like, yeah, no, that is like venting channels are definitely a mess, and not everybody gets the help, and the system kind of doesn't work. But then again, the whole point of the venting channel is just to vent out your frustrations and leave it as is, and then kind of like recollect your thoughts.
Yeah, I
and
think that's
think of them as and think of them with like everything laid out in front of you in text. But the
yeah.
thing is that and I'm guilty of this too, is that I tried looking at it at a very I looked at it and I was like, man, this shit does not make me feel any better. And I've tried thinking very critically about it, because I know like that was a sentiment that was shared, like, if you're gonna vent in the channel, don't just leave it like that. Which is definitely something that I think some people can absorb, but I think some people also just need to let shit out and that's it. And then think about it, when they're more collected, because trying to think about it like in a constructive manner in like the heat of like anger and stuff like that, it usually doesn't work out with certain people. It surely didn't work out with me. Even when I tried to, where I was like making bullet points at myself at some point. Like, I think some people might remember me making bullet points of what things that went wrong, things I could try to do better with, and things I should carry with me, throughout my life. I did that at some point in the FFP venting channel thing. I remember, and then I think I remember stopping for a little bit, and then I left because
I definitely think, looking back, because I was part of the thing of like, oh hey, we should probably use the channel to try and like look at it through a constructive light. And looking back, I just think, wow, that is really dumb, because it's like a venting channel is supposed to be a place where you leave, you just dump everything. There's no like, well, we were looking at the channel back then as if it was like, this is the venting slash therapy channel, when in reality there's no therapy involved. There's no therapy. It's just dumping stuff. There's no like, there's just getting rid of it but not helping.
And I think if anything, if having like a rant venting and a venting channel, like a heavy venting channel, were to happen and have some sort of support, I feel like if anything, the rant venting should have been like something where the support is.
Yeah,
because
I feel
it's
like
a much lighter tone and people could come into it more like in a sympathetic nature. Because when you go into the heavy shit, I understand if you like reach out in DMs, that's perfectly fine. But trying to like tackle like big ol' fucking like things that are going on in like the heavy venting stuff, it can be a bit much to handle at like in the very moment that person is like engulfed in like anger or sadness or depression.
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
It's harder to get somebody to change their mind about something like that, rather than instead of and then it better helps them if you reach out to them personally in that regard, and then have the regular ranting, like the stuff like, oh, mild inconveniences and stuff like that, be like the support where you talk about it there, because it's not necessary. And you can always like say, hey, don't reply to this, I'm just ranting. But you could also have small little discussions in there, and then it's a much lighter tone to kind of approach in a constructive manner, while heavier topics you might want to speak to in private. Not everybody can do that, but obviously like I think that might have been at least a better approach to it.
I just want to say real quick,
in that specific regard,
a lot of what you have talked about, I mean, between I don't want to say just like between me and you, but like just a lot of what you've shared with me in your personal life is stuff with is you were saying that people were, or rather that you and Jem were saying that that
Mhm.
that the venting channel was to be that it was being viewed as like a therapy
mean,
room more than
Don't get me
anything.
wrong, it had the word support on there too, so it's not like you could look
No,
at it and go, "Oh, it's just to dump it all out and that's it." No, I mean, like for the purposes of like how it was set up, it was, it
Let
was
me
considered that, and everybody tried to make that work.
let
And
me
I think
just
some people might be, I'm not sure, I'm not in there anymore, and I can't speak about it after I've left, other than like
I
maybe
just want to say
reacting.
the stuff like in general. I just want to say that like what you've shared with me
Hmm.
is information I feel should not have been shared with the FFV as opposed to an actual fucking therapist because I love you, but
Well,
there's
you have to keep in mind that like here in SD, it's expensive. And don't get me wrong, I could do online therapy, but I already suck at doing online sessions with like in terms of education, learning and self-discovery and all that shit. And it is very expensive. Like more recently I've called out to like I don't know. I want to say to like different lines in which have referred me to different resources that unfortunately is out of my price range or is too far for me to like drive at a reasonable time. Considering my schedules with college and school, not to mention
I
I'm leaving here possibly in less than a year. So like it's just even more waiting. And as of right now, it's
I
just
meant
not the time.
more. I meant more like you shouldn't rely on. I mean, friends are a
Right,
good
but you got
source
to
of
keep in
like.
mind that like at the time, that's all I really
Welcome
had.
to Monkey Brain's emotional advice.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. Listen,
But
I
back
guess my
then,
point
like that was
here.
all I had, and if I
My
would have kept it in, man, I think that would have turned out even worse. I probably wouldn't even be here with my job and my friends and all
I'm
that.
just saying like if you're looking to get advice, Discord is not the best place for it.
Well,
That's what I wanted to bring up earlier.
yeah, but it's all I had.
That's what I wanted to bring up earlier. I think I was gonna say that I think if the FFB had this problem now, and I'm in like the same mind space I am right now, I would definitely say that the best course would be like to delete the like support out of venting support because it's like there no one in here is a certified therapist. Like
Yeah.
basically saying that their support is basically saying we're here to give you therapy because we can and we have the
Yeah.
availability to do so, which is not true. None of us know how to do that. They're like the best we can is just say, listen, it'll get better, a
It's
pat on the shoulder, and then redirect you to a
You got it,
therapist.
champ. You
I
got it,
gotta
champ.
say,
Yeah.
I gotta say, with that in perspective, it makes the existence of the group therapist role slightly weirder.
Yeah, it's like
That was a thing.
Well-
I guess I should explain because not everyone who watches this is in the FFV. So there was at some time, Fia says I have nothing to add, so I'm gonna go make some mango tea. BRB. Okay.
No.
Alright.
She said she's gonna
Alright.
go make some mango.
Mingo tea.
Sorry, I didn't enunciate it. But I had like there was a time where we made a bunch of dumb, stupid, like random roles for no reason that we would just tack onto people. Obviously, Aku and Adam, the two OGs, got like a shit ton of them.
Mhm.
And then a few others for a few other people. But one of Aku's that I think got tacked on a few other people before eventually getting removed. I don't remember who. Was
Sorry,
oh,
Is that
okay.
Jackson?
Asshole.
advertisement. I'm sorry. I forgot that I had my media turned up on my phone.
You little
Anyways, continue.
But Aku had a role called group therapist, which thinking back, yeah,
Probably not
why
a
did
good
we?
idea.
Yeah, no, because like I have experience of being like in the situation of being someone who was like the person to go to. I've described this story. I've described
yeah.
several stories of on like off the podcast, but this is one I've never described on. This is one that sticks out the most to me. So I was in a Reddit group chat, for a while with Gemlight and a few other people, and the other person being a guy by the name of Evan, who was a lot younger than me. I'll say that much. And I remember that because at some point I had to, as per like, you know, subreddit and in the entirety of Reddit policy, I had to ban him from the subreddit for being 12, until he eventually turned 13. So if that gives you an indicator on his age, yeah, so about 4-ish years ago is when that happened. But it was when, like, so there was like a time, because I think he had my contact on Discord for some reason or another, probably me being in the server. And I tended to be the person, because Gemlight would occasionally go into the Reddit group chat that we had and talk about things that, you know, were going on with her. Usually had to do with people being shitty online. Go figure. And, you know, so usually it would be me who would say something, because, you know, at the time, that's just what I did. Because, like, and I didn't, like, think too much of it, because, like, I was just, like, I'm just, like, you know, saying some nice words, helping people feel better if I can. You know, it's whatever. Nowadays, I'm a bit more, well, no one asks me anyway, but nowadays I'm more free to do my own thing, because people don't come to me as much for that. I'm no longer the child therapist that I was.
Yeah. You're the babysitter.
Yeah. But what had happened...
I was going to say something really fucked up.
But what had happened was, so Evan contacts me on Discord and is like, hey, I have this friend who's not doing too well right now. Could you go talk to them? Keep in mind, never talked with them once ever. I knew who they were. I recognized their name. And because they were an artist who posted occasionally on the subreddit, so I knew of their existence. But right. That was about the extent we knew each other. And so he comes to me like, hey, could you help this person out? I'm like, sure, whatever. So I friend them and talk to them. Surprisingly enough, they don't immediately distrust me. And it was a fairly, you know, standard, standard is the wrong word. You know, your usual internet therapy conversation. So the fact that we didn't know each other didn't end up mattering too much, but that's still something to take note of. And also the problem of, you know, that I had to solve for this person that I had never talked to, and also didn't really probably know me that well, and was asked by someone else to help them for, was that they were suicidal. And that's really something that is, I look back on it now and I'm like, what? Why was this? Why? Like, not like, why were you suicidal, but like, why was I, like,
no. That's really,
it's a very, like, I can understand the thought process that he had, and considering he was young, I can understand it a bit even more than that. But also, thinking about it now, man, that's kind of an awkward situation.
Hey, can you talk to this, like, my suicidal friend who's, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, me personally, I really like helping people because it gives me, like, a sense of purpose. But at the same time, in that type of, like, situation, I understand, like, how it can be, like, very, I want to say very, weird, not weird, but very, like, uncomfortable. Like, I can understand. And it's just, oh, man. I hope that person is doing better.
I have no idea.
And-
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea. Are they online right now? Let me check. They're still on my DMs list because I never bothered to X them out of it. They are. I think they're doing fine.
That's
Also, I checked because last time I told the story, I went to check their DMs. That was literally the only conversation we've ever had. Never talked again after that. And I gotta say, that's certainly a hell of a first impression, for them, I guess. I mean, I kind of knew them already, but you know, very base level. But still.
I'm sorry. The first thing that popped into my head was fucking. I don't know why that was the first thing that popped into my head, but I just wanted to put that out there.
You are a strange woman.
You're more brain rotted than me right now.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm very tired. I didn't get hardly any sleep last night.
I can
Please.
tell.
I know
But-
you sick little bastard. Also, River's sick, by the way.
I am. I don't feel good at all.
I am.
Everyone, send Riv your energy in the comments.
Everyone put the first aid kit emoji in the chat.
If
But
people actually did that, I would probably cry because I love that a lot.
I love you guys.
I love you guys. You guys are fucking awesome.
But yeah, I have
Guys, hit the subscribe button, please.
I'm just sick. Do me a favor and subscribe.
Can we get some subs for River Sickness?
You're profiting on
Yo, guys, if you hit the notification bell, River will literally get better.
Yeah, every like means she gets just a bit better. If we hit a
100 likes, so she gets to be 100% better.
Every subscribe, that's $1 towards her medical bills.
Yep. Every like means a doctor is working on her. Yep.
Yay.
One like keeps the doctor.
It says I got boiled water on my hand. Oh no.
No.
Wait, can I be perpetually sick so that way people have to look after me and also we can use this to monetize the channel?
You just coughing uncontrollably, like Patrick, walking around Sandy's dome.
What kind of place?
Oh yeah, I have more fun olden days stories to tell. More lighthearted. Actually, one like is
Very
one
light.
B. I will send to take care of River. Thank you, Pia.
Wait,
one B to stab River's sickness.
Yeah, one
and she
like
will
equals
get better.
one B. Can we get
But
12,000 likes on this video?
Yo, can we get 5 million likes to get 5 million bees to attack River and make her feel better?
Exactly.
I feel like there's gonna be a day where if this channel does get popular enough, I feel like there's going to be a day where we can start making those kinds of requests from our fans to the
And they
point
will
where it's
happen.
like Amber will say, half jokingly, get this video to 10,000 likes and River will do a backflip off a fucking building,
with no parachute or any experience in jumping off of buildings.
Listen,
how would you get experience in jumping off of buildings?
You do
I don't know
it.
unless you're experienced in parkour.
You do an epic 960 degree backflip.
960.
A 960. How many backflips is that?
3.
I don't know, but that sounds like it'll be a painful landing.
Wait, hold on.
Because
360.
wait,
hold on. I need to do the math.
A 1080 is a triple 360.
1080. 960. Oh, wait, no, you fall on your face.
Yeah.
My bad. Oopsie daisies.
I would turn into
so
Sonic the
oopsie
Hedgehog
doopsie.
for a split second and then fall right on my face. I don't know.
You would fall right on your head because if you add 180 to that, To 960, that would be like. Wait, hold on a minute. What is that?
This is not the math podcast.
But it would be one, it would be 1,260 if you're at, or yeah, if you're adding 180
Please,
to
I
10.
already have enough of math.
Fine.
1,800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Mathing Brains podcast.
But anyway, I had enough math after I finished pre-calc. I'm good.
Yep.
I'm dick.
But wow, good for you, nerd. But
Michigan.
Right. I wanna. There's some weird things, weird stories for to tell of my back in my day. Let's see. What's
Yay.
Fia says wait. What? Wait for what?
What? Your tea ready? Mango tea ready?
Get her. It's her mango tea.
We mango.
I have a story I can share. Where you gonna be back in like
You
5
gotta
seconds?
talk, or you gonna be back? You can be back.
I'll share a story of mine.
Afterwards,
in the
I mean.
meantime.
Okay.
So okay. I'm very curious. This one's not. This one. Yeah, I thought of while I was telling the last one, which means it's great. Have I ever told you the full story of Saber Turbo?
No.
I've
feel like
heard
I've
bits
heard
and
that name
pieces of it.
Oh, okay. So, prepare for the truth to be unearthed, and for Saber Turbo to never watch this podcast because I don't think he does. Basically, so I've talked on this podcast. I've brought up the Soup Squad before.
Oh yeah.
Which was me, Frith, Fox, Delta Duelist, and originally Saber Turbo. And goodness gracious, what a story! So
Actually,
Saber.
hold on.
Mhm.
I want to go to the bathroom. Can you pause
Okay.
for a moment?
Yeah. I can pause.
Hold on, I'll be back.
I'll tell a smaller short story. I'll say a bit about the Soup Squad because I've talked about the Soup Squad before, but maybe I'll give a little more. Soup Squad. I remember. That's where I remember one of the things that came out of the Soup Squad, which I think was posted in the server. Wow, 3 people are muted. That's crazy. There was an animation that Fox made of the Soup Squad members to gay or European. I think do I still have it? No, it would be on my old computer. But I could probably find it in Soup Squad if I really wanted to. But I remember that. I remember I was the 5th and final asterisk member to be added to the Soup Squad. And I remember being there because I've never told this story. Frith, I got into the earliest person I knew of the FFE was Frith, and that was because so I, as moderator of the subreddit at the time, I talked to Frith, or more specifically, Frith talked to me. She had come second in one of the art contests that had happened recently at the time, back when the subreddit was active and we did those. And she came to me.
All right, I'm back.
Hello, welcome back. I was telling a short story about getting into the Soup Squad while you were gone.
Oh.
But I had originally met Frith because I was subreddit moderator, and and partially I think this was fueled by her coming second in an art contest that had happened recently. But she came up to me and was like, "Hey, I want to get to know you because you seem pretty cool." And I was like, whoa.
No, just kidding.
And after after a bit of talking on Reddit, we went on Discord, and after a bit of talking on Discord, I was added to the Soup Squad, and from the Soup Squad, I was added to the FFE. Big chain of events there. And so I've known out of the FFE, not counting Fia, I've known, because she came in real late, I've known Frith the longest and Fox the second longest.
Right.
Unless there is someone in particular that I'm forgetting that exists in the FFE that I talked to before, which I don't think there is.
What about Epic?
Epic?
You
No.
ever talked to Epic? No.
Literally,
He's
I've
a
never
cool dude.
conversed with him once.
He was a cool dude, but I think his work, made him, not made him, but had him fizzled out.
I am an anomaly. That's true. You
I'm an anomaly. Yo, I love that artist. That's just awesome. I love that artist.
Fia,
and the cool music.
Fia, I think, is my second earliest online friend. Second only to the dreaded name that I've talked about before. But
The dreaded name.
Melody.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I know, that's why I
Melody
chuckled.
was my first friend. But yeah, Fia's the second. But anyway, now that Gem is back, I can talk about Saber. So, joining the Soup Squad was the current members that were there were Saber. I think Saber had talked with me before, but it was the thing of Saber and Temo were two people that I met later on different circumstances, but mainly talked to because they DM'd me about Reddit stuff, like, hey, this post, or hey, this breaks the rules, or hey, blah blah blah. Saber Turbo, I'll just call him Saber. At least he was known by that at the time. He goes by a different name now, which I'll get to. But he was kind of notable on the subreddit. The thing everyone recognized him by was he had his profile picture was a girlfriend skin of Pyra from Xenoblade with Rub's hat from Midfight Masses. And that was kind of his trademark. And he was in the Soup Squad when I joined. Like I said, I was the last asterisk member to join. And the thing was that he very much was he liked hanging out in the Soup Squad, and I mean, all of us did really at the time. But there was also not really, I mean, kind of relevant. Actually, I'll bring that up later. But so at some point into the Soup Squad's lifespan, I got invited into the FFE. Very early days of the FFE, I was kind of the thing was that Freya invited me. This was before I think interviews were really done, because I just kind of got in. I didn't really have to do anything for it. Freya just invited me because we were friends and we were in the Soup Squad, and pretty much everyone besides Delta Duelist was in the Soup Squad was in the FFE. Saber was in fact in the FFE at some point. And so I come back in on the FFE. I'm kind of seen as holy hell, the co-owner of the subreddit is in the server. I was not expecting this, and I was just yeah. Hi.
Fun fact, I think I remember scrolling up to some messages when you joined, and one of the messages, I don't remember who it was, but someone said can you give me this role? And you said no. And then a bunch of people reacted with a bunch of emojis, and it's really funny.
Oh, got him! Oh!
Yeah, I kind of.
That's the wrong number.
That was back when I tended to. I still I've talked about this I think on the podcast before, but I still do kind of have remnants of how I speak from this. That was back when I spoke more, quote unquote, professionally in my writing. And I was just kind of blunt, I guess is a way to put it.
Yeah.
But anyway, back during that time, I joined the FFE, and this was when the FFE was starting to gain a bit more traction and participation. At least that's what it kind of seemed like. I wasn't there before, obviously, so I can't say too much of how that went. But how it went before. But basically, Frith and Fox started to talk more in the FFE and not as much in the Soup Squad. And Saber was kind of upset about this because he really liked talking in the Soup Squad because it was just this. It was a lot. I think because it was a lot more personal. And he wasn't too thrilled about a lot of the conversation of members of the Soup Squad moving to the FFE. And this kind of like, it kind of had to be a thing of like, yeah, don't worry, we'll still be here in the Soup Squad, it's fine. We're not like, we're not forgetting about you or anything. You're still our friend. We're not leaving you behind to the FFE. We're still the Soup Squad. And it was, and then it got progressively worse. Saber kind of got very, almost obsessive, I want to say. Like very concerned, to the point where there was a group chat created that I'm still in. It's just called the Serious Channel. With, I think it was me, Freya, I think Delta, but she didn't really say anything. Fox and another person, Yellow, who I think reached out to me on Reddit for something relating to Saber, and then got involved in stuff that happened. And so it was Yellow Ello was his name, if I remember correctly. And so it was kind of this thing of, well, now we're in discussions of like Saber's kind of getting a little unhealthily like attached, and most specifically to Fox, who was kind of at this point generally uncomfortable. And it ended up to the point where the three, being Freya, Fox, and Saber, who I want to say were kind of like the original three of the Soup Squad, which is why it was just those three, and Delta was kind of not really involved in any of the discussion. And it just kind of they just kind of had like this, it was kind of heated until I got to the breaking point where they both just ended up blocking him. And he, being the one who was in on everything, and B, the one who hadn't blocked him, he comes to me. And so he was basically like, it was just like this time of like, well, now that I'm, abandoned by my friends, blah, 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 I'm just going to end it all. And so like, and so like, you can only imagine my position of having to be around this guy that two of your friends fucking hate, and basically the only person realistically you can talk to in this situation, and having to hear him talk about, I am going to end my life tomorrow. Like, it was an awkward, you want to know what made this even worse? This was during the time when my parents were fairly restrictive on my access to the internet during school, because this was like 3 years ago and I was like 15. Actually, probably even more than that, because this was Soup Squad era. Well, end of Soup Squad era. But at the time, I didn't have internet at a certain point. My parents would disconnect my devices from it. So what I was lucky. So what had happened was my sister loaned me her laptop, and let me log in on Discord on it so I could do things that I wanted. And so yeah, I just imagine me there sitting on my bed late at night, on my sister's laptop with Discord open on browser, talking to a guy who's determined to end everything the following morning when he wakes up. And also the fact that I can do nothing about it. Like, he is not... I can't... Like, he was just kind of dead set. And so that was the situation. Although, next day, I get a friend request from some random account. I wasn't sure who it was, so I didn't accept it. Then I get a DM from Saber saying, hey, could you accept the friend request? I made a new account. Turns out he didn't go through with it. Which, obviously, luckily, no matter how much you hate the guy. And it was... And he changed his name to... fucking, I don't remember. And he basically was like, yeah, I don't know, my mom or something, saw me. Apparently his house is, high up, and that was his plan. Apparently his mom saw him or something, and then he didn't go through with it because they talked, and so he just decided to rebrand and start a new, right, he changed his name to Reaper Sin, which is, putting aside all other things I've said so far, kind of edgy, but, but he, and there was a few times...
Rebrand is a rebrand,
I guess. And there were a few times, cause, obviously, Fox and Frith, still not too fond of the guy.
I don't imagine them to be any sort of fond with the guy.
Also, I gotta say...
I just want to jump in real fast, because I was surfing through messages in the FFV. Don't ask why. I found this message from... This is before I was... this is long before I had gone on that journey of self-discovery. When my previous name was Mark.
You found the message where where what Jem was talking about?
No, not necessarily.
No, I never.
I did find a message from Jem, but that's not the one. And anyways, I screen capped it. Here's what I saw.
One of these days, I'm gonna draw Mark as a cat boy. One of these days, he has his days numbered.
I'm going to be real with you. I don't remember saying that ever.
Well, there it is.
Must have been
with the right face.
I feel like it must have been here. I know. Hold on. I feel like it must have been at night or something, because I don't remember that.
Oh, and it also has some of the emojis from the people in the servers asked
Man,
yeah, and then two it was
two
Holly hearts.
And then 1 star. Also very funny, but I also didn't finish my story.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, do continue.
Anyway, so Reaper Sin, now Reaper Sin, no longer Saber. He had he had talked to me a few times more, and a couple times he would talk about man, I miss those guys. I should talk to them again. And I'm like, I don't think you should. I don't think it's yeah, he never ended up doing so, to my knowledge, unless something happened in private that I just wasn't aware of. Also, I gotta say, remember how I said that he was obsessive? He got kind of obsessive, particularly over Fox.
Yeah.
One of the big issues one of the further problems that
Oh,
that
no.
was
I think I know where this is
that
going.
was of that. No, probably not. Was the fact that Saber and Fox
Actually,
do not live that far from each other. They live like a couple.
Oh, that
they live
was
like a
not
couple.
where I was.
They live
Did
like
you
a couple
hear?
hours away,
Did you hear my sharp
or some
exhale?
shit. No.
I thought it was
I
going to be
did.
something really bad that I've heard too much about on the internet. But I'm glad. On one hand, I'm glad it's not the thing that I was thinking of. But the second, that's also really bad.
oh, I thought it was two. I thought it was two different things.
Yeah, but yeah, that just made it more uncomfortable. And you know,
Yeah,
I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
do I have?
It's
Is
really
it just
bad.
me, or do I have a habit of like, hey guys, here's an old story, brings up past trauma of other people.
Lists a bunch of names.
It's almost
I mean,
we're like an underground like comedy club. You can
Underground
you can open your heart about whatever you want, and then none of the people you mention are gonna hear it.
That's
so
true.
I talked to like 5 like Italian guys in big suits and big like muscles, and they told me, "Get out of here," and I was like, "Okay," and that's it.
Wow, what a story. I have like
Thank you.
there's so
Wait.
many weird. I know I'll let you get to your story. I
Thank
was just gonna
you.
say I have so many like experiences that I was just in the middle of. After you share your story, Fia, I have plenty from the server that are fun to share. Quote
Oh
unquote.
yeah,
I
I think
have
a good
stories
some of us
too.
have some. Except
What's your
except for Fia, 'cause
story,
she a
Fia?
newbie.
No, from the subreddit Discord server. That's what I'm referring to.
Oh, my bag. Never mind. I
But
have
Fia,
nothing.
go ahead with yours.
Sorry, I baked cookies and they're really, really good if I do say so myself. So I just had one.
All right.
Yep.
What type of cookies are they?
basic-
Chocolate chip?
They're chocolate butterscotch chip.
Oh my god, it's so yummy! Okay, continue.
Indeed. So the thing is that I've been involved in several Discord mutinies.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, I think I know where this is going.
No, but this is the only one where I haven't actually there wasn't a concerted effort to bring one person down. I was just kind of doing my thing. I put it in the chat if you saw my general summary, my teaser. All I wrote was, I tore a close-knit server I was barely active in apart in less than an hour. Which is what? Basically, it was some server, I forgot what it even was at this point. Probably Danganronpa focus, but mostly it was just general yip-yapping, hanging out, you know. And I had been there for like a few years, I think. Just kind of very semi-active. If none of the other servers that I actually cared about had anything going on, I'd pop in there and see if anything was going on. And if there was, I would chat for a bit and then like leave for like a month and then repeat the endless cycle. But one day I was like going on and somebody, I completely forgot the details because it was so random, but somebody made a comment about, like, somebody posted a character sheet and I forgot what it was about, but they had like some contradictory information. And so I said something like, "Oh, what do you mean by that?" Because I was curious. And apparently what happened was I came off as passive aggressive. And so one of the moderators, who was that person's friend, made an announcement pinging everybody and asking them to tell anybody that if somebody was being passive aggressive to contact them and they would make them stop. And then they contacted me to make me stop. And I was like, hey, why did you make a server announcement about this? You could have just told me what I was doing was passive aggressive. And they got very pissed off. And then I went into the server, and being the petty bitch I am, I screenshotted all of the messages that we had sent, and I put them in the channel. And it started a fight between many of the moderators, and everybody was very upset. And at some point, I just lost the plot. And when I wrote, and then people started leaving, and then I was like, you know what, I better dip now. And I don't know where they've been at since.
That is you just casually disassemble a democracy, or not
friend
even.
group.
Casually
I feel really bad.
disassemble an
Part of me,
oligarchy.
part of me feels really bad, like kind of bad, but another part of me is like, okay, well, if they were such good friends in the first place, I don't think this would have made them stop. Also,
Yeah.
that person was really, really mean. Like, they got mad at me for being passive aggressive by asking a question, by being the most passive aggressive person on earth, and I was like, honestly, I was tempted to DM them about their passive aggression. Be like, hey, this passive aggressive, this is really passive aggressive towards me. It's bothering me. But yeah, that's like
hold off.
there's yeah. This has happened quite a few times with different, just different servers, different people.
It's called
for some reason I have
being unable to understand autism.
Yeah, like lots
a
of times,
commonality
just, like,
on Discord.
General vibes, just kind of. I guess I have this general autism aura about me that makes people very either hate me or.
I bring
I
a
mean,
kind
hey,
of.
let's
I
get
bring
on
a
the
kind
mic and
of.
talk
I
about
bring a
like
kind of
Splatoon,
autism
like
to the server that the members just
that the neurotypicals don't really like.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's different types of autism. Like Fia, I think the best way to describe yours is like splatism. I think. And then
Mind you-
Me going down to the Splatoon church to get a splaptism.
and then Amber's is like autohoism.
Neurism.
Why am I known for Toho? I don't even talk about Toho as much as I do other things.
I know you for Yuri. I think it's just the
You're
bit
the-
with the number of Toho
you're the-
characters we can
you're
share
The Grand Blue Girl.
Grand Blueism.
I'll take
Grandmatism.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
And then
I feel like I never, despite
We've all got a
everything.
touch of the tism.
I got Poketism.
Well, to be fair, autism is a spectrum and all.
Tismon.
I feel like since I didn't know I had
Here
autism.
is the
like,
first real conversation I had with Soul, by the way.
Yeah.
I just found this conversation.
Because God forbid you talk about the first one.
Oh yeah.
The real first one.
Yeah.
No, that came after.
I was like,
What I was saying was that the thing about me of being autistic is that I was never really so much until nobody even could tell it was autism until it was too late, because for a while it just kind of seemed like normal child behavior that I would grow out of.
Wait,
So
what do you
I
mean
was-
too late? But they're like,
Not even too late. Like nobody even bothered
oh,
to like think about it too hard until I was like in third grade, because up until then it was just kind of normal weird child behavior.
like poking.
I
And so, like-
started to point out that you said too late, as if it like
Poking.
autism is like
Rams.
it's just
So
like
autism told
venom.
me-
It's like your
Yes.
venom.
Yes, it is actually. It is. Not
Sorry, I thought of Eminem.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I never knew. I didn't know that what I was doing was weird in any way, shape, or form until the doctor told me, "Hey, you're fucked up. I'm going to steal your blood."
Just like Dracula.
That's what happened.
Oh shit!
They stole so much blood that I cried.
I'm going to sell you chocolate covered
Literally, I had never been. They gave me a phobia of needles and having my blood drawn.
Well, I mean,
Fair.
The-
most
because they
most
took-
children have that.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't until I went to the therapist, and the therapist took so much of my blood that I was started crying. It was
therapist?
wild stuff. Psychiatrist, sorry.
All right, so we're
You
gonna
didn't-
go ahead and we're gonna do a therapy session. So just put your arm out, we'll put a little wristband, and you won't feel it.
It wasn't even a wristband.
Okay,
it was
next
needle.
session will be $100. So see you next month.
No. Yeah, it was so weird. It was like
You know,
that's
Thank
why
you
I
for
don't.
meeting with. Thank you for
It
meeting
was
with me
the
this
it was
week.
the guy with the
Unfortunately,
it was
now it's time to talk
the,
about price. It's your total is going to come to $123.
I offer additional therapy services for financial woes.
I will say that it is the same guy that had the Tomorrowland shrine.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Not
boy.
the the like place in Disney World, the movie Tomorrowland.
I do remember you talking about that.
Yes, the Tomorrowland shrine. You guys, the rest of you know, right?
I don't know. No, I don't remember Tomorrowland.
It's a movie, a Disney movie based on the Disney theme park or something.
I
And
thought
on
it
the
was
first
fucking-
remember, like, this was like the only real guy that we knew to go, like, that was in the area. So we didn't really have we didn't have very many options at the time. And basically, like,
Was it just creepy that he had that?
basically on the first time that he talked to me, he took me into his shrine to Tomorrowland, and he had like posters and like a scene from the movie or the trailer or something playing on repeat on a TV, and like models. And he looked at me and was like, "We're gonna do that someday." And I was just like, "I am 7 years old. What do you want?" I think I told him, "Why are you telling me this?" or something like that. Or like, why should I care?
Tomorrowland are you thinking about? Again, what the
And
fuck?
I was just like, okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was so weird. Once he I feel like there apparently he still owes my mom thousands of dollars
Oh.
for something.
That's not good.
Like I was talking, it's on my mind because I was talking about it with my mom yesterday. Yeah, apparently he owes her money. Or like something, like not like in a like
Bruce,
in a like
it's been 5 years. You still owe me $16.
in like a
Fuck off.
you know basically that in like a I'm pretty sure it was just like that. I don't know. She it was like, okay, we're going to go find a good psychiatrist now. It was never like given like she didn't pay for something, or like, you know, she never got her money back for like something. I think probably. I mean, that guy was shady as hell. I don't know. I don't
I
trust
can
him. Once
tell.
he made me sleep in a room with wires hooked up to my brain.
You know, I had this reminds me of.
Did I tell you about that?
I did not. You did not.
That happened.
That's awesome.
Are you okay?
Closest you
No.
ever been to an abduction?
No, not particularly. I was just like, it was actually. Come here.
Suddenly, cat.
Oh, bye.
Fuck.
Hey, leave her alone.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
The girlies are the girlies are fighting. No, what I was saying was that I remember that day because it was the first time I ever had poke, which is my favorite food. My mom took me to get poke before they did the evil experiments on me. I didn't even get superpowers. I just got sad. Not even sad. Nobody ever explained to me why they needed my blood or my brain. Maybe it was to create tomorrow.
Put it in a jar.
My blood
Like they
will
do,
be
like
the
the
seed from
evil
which
scientist.
Tomorrowland blooms.
It reminds me. I have a story that I can't remember because I was too young, but my mom has told me it before, where apparently, so I've said before that, you know, my family we're vegetarian. We don't really eat meat. And especially my mom. And
No meat in this house.
yeah,
Not even on our bodies. We're fucking skeletons up in this bitch.
but apparently we had an old doctor, and my mom, like,
No, sorry, I know this story.
it was our old doctor, and my mom was like, and my mom told him like, yeah, we're vegetarian, and apparently, the doctor was like, upon hearing that, was like, well, your kid should get a blood test. There might be something wrong with them, or something to that effect. Which is apparently like the first blood draw that I ever gotten. And, you know, nothing was wrong, obviously, because vegetarianism is not really
the ways to get protein, like peanuts.
Yeah, you can.
And,
I mean, we also eat animal products, just not meat. So it's not like it's veganism.
Yeah.
But like, it was like
eggs
it
and
just
bacon
kind of,
and pancakes. I'm just kidding.
Do you know what bacon is?
I'm just kidding. I know what vegetarian
I don't even eat bacon.
I feel like I've had like a lot. Like, I haven't had a lot of switches in doctors in my life from what I can remember. Like I have for a very long time. I had one like primary care provider, and then he died like a few years ago or something.
R.I.P.
And then I had another doctor until she went away, and now I just and now my doctor is just kind of the doctor that I go to for transition purposes. That I also just get checkups.
Is that the one that always asks you about the top hat, or is that a different one?
No, that's
no. That's my dentist.
Oh.
I know the Amber lore.
She sure do.
Why are you wearing the top hat? Because it's my signature. It's my brand.
No. It's not why are you wearing the top hat. It's every single time I would go to the dentist's office, he would say the exact same story about how the Abe Lincoln hat is in like the museum in Springfield, and it has 2 marks on the hat where he would like tip, where no, it had 2 finger marks on the brim of his hat because he would tip it to people, and then eventually it was like, yeah, so there's a museum, it has the hat, it has the 2 marks, but actually they found out at some point that it was a fake hat and it wasn't actually his, and it's been like that ever since I had a top hat. I think.
Have you never?
Wait, Amber,
didn't say it last time.
I just had a great idea.
What?
Next time you go, you should tell him the top hat fact.
Hey, did you know that Abraham Lincoln had like 2 little dents on his top hat because he would tip it to people?
I think last time I went to the dentist, he was like, he was like, have I told you the story about the Abe Lincoln's top hat? And I'm like, yes.
He's like, oh.
And there was also.
Wait! Before you start, I would like to say about you having consistent doctors. We started going to one therapist's office for years now, like and it's all well and dandy and cool. But we have a joke, my mom and I, that they always leave. Like I for like years, I've never had a therapist for more than like a couple of years, like maybe 2. Max, and then they just leave, and then there's a new person, and I'm just like, okay, time to explain to you. Hi, I'm Fia. I have autism. Please give me Adderall prescription.
You know what?
I need it. Give it to me.
It's less like that, and more like it's
Yeah.
You know what's funny? So I don't really talk about the fact that I do go to therapy.
Lucky.
Not like I have therapy. I didn't actually go into therapy because I had any like I was like particularly depressed. I literally had to get therapy as part of the transitioning process, because that was one of the things they wanted. They wanted to be in contact with a therapist. So it was either they provided one or I get one. so I just got one at the same place my sister goes to. But it was kind of funny because the therapist that I ended up having initially was pretty chill guy actually, and he was like,
Oh no.
like, what do you mean? Oh no.
Oh no.
Because you were like initially, so I'm assuming something went
Okay.
horribly wrong.
Well, okay, so it's more confusing than anything. So, but wait for when I get there. So he was pretty cool. He like very much a guy who did things like his way. Like he had long dyed hair, and like was openly asexual. Like he was pretty cool. And I would talk to him about different stuff, and there was also this small club like that took place that I went to at the same place that I got therapy at that he ran. It was very like it was like a very LGBTQ group, and it was me and like basically the entire it was me, the trans woman, and 3 other trans men. It was quite the environment.
You're on your way out, I'm on my way in.
Yeah, pretty much. But the weirdest thing was that at some point, like, they had to, like, at some point he, like, I don't even know. He, like, at some point they said things about Jeremy isn't there anymore. Oh, I just said his name. Whatever. His name is Jeremy. Not important. So they said, like, oh, he isn't there anymore.
Last
and it
name
was like,
Fitzgerald.
huh? Yeah, Jeremy Fitzgerald. Yeah, that was my therapist. But they said, like, oh, he's not there anymore. He's not there anymore. And it was just like, huh? Like, to this day, I have a new therapist. And she's very nice. I do like her. And she was actually, and she actually
Gamer,
came
right?
in, huh?
She's the gamer, right?
Gamer piss.
Gamer pissed.
I remember you saying that you had like a gamer therapist.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't describe her as a gamer therapist. I don't really know how much she actually plays
You
stuff.
should ask her.
Gamer
Oh,
girl,
no,
best
You
water.
played Grand Blue?
Videos, right?
That's
what did
like
you
the
say?
sword.
What'd you say, Jim?
That she uploaded YouTube videos.
No. That was the person who did my. That was the person who ran the test when I was testing for. When I did when it was like an examination to see diagnose or see it like give any insight like if I had autism or ADHD or
Did you?
anything of the sort. No, surprisingly.
What?
Damn. It did turn out. And also I ended up. After the test, I talked with my therapist. Like
Wait.
I mentioned her like, oh, it's kind of interesting. Like I kind of was expecting, like, oh, to have like that because I feel like I have a lot of traits that are in that camp, and what she kind of told me is like, it's possible that you do. It's just that you like technically didn't score high enough on the test for them to say checkmark autism, but it's more than likely that you have enough traits that you can relate more with an autistic person than you can with a neurotypical person. Which is probably
I was just gonna send this. I feel like this relates to this conversation.
There's something wrong with me. I am normal. Suspicious. Yeah.
Everyone is normal in their own normal way.
Technically, I'm not autistic. Realistically, I probably am. But
Oh, no, definitely.
anyway, that's beside the point.
I can
But
tell.
thing is that my new therapist is nice and all, and she was someone who initially, when I had my first therapist, she was in on one of the therapy sessions that I had, and because she was like coming in, learning stuff, and then going, and she ended up being my next therapist. But it was so confusing because I still to this day have no idea what happened to my first therapist.
Ask her.
I
She
literally
probably knows.
do not know what I
I'm gonna
guess I
assume he died.
but okay.
Rest in peace.
But I seriously did not. I never got any hints. I never got told anything. Not from anyone there. I don't think my mom did either. Like what happened to him? Like he just
This
disappeared.
is what happens with all of my psychiatrists, by the way.
I don't like.
I went to the Jeremy void. Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
No. I mean, I hope my mom didn't hear that.
He went to the Fitzgerald dimension.
The infinite Fitzgerald dimension.
Anyway, it was like he just like I don't know it it would be like it was strange because the thing was that it happened there. So there was the meeting of, because we met every Wednesday for that like LGBTQ club thing, and he ran it, so obviously after he left it disbanded, since there was no one else to pick it up from there.
By the way, what did you talk about? Like, did you just hang around and be transgender?
It was kind of like casual, kind of talking about like, obviously like there were some like we would like try to do like very LGBTQ related. At first it was kind of like icebreaker stuff, like, hey, get to know each other because we're on a group together, and it was only like a few people.
What's wrong?
You good?
I thought Jeremy Fitzgerald was the Phineas and Ferb one, but the Phineas and Ferb one is Jeremy Johnson.
You fucking dumbass.
Jeremy Fitzgerald.
Jeremy Fitzgerald.
Wait, do you know who Jeremy Fitzgerald is?
Yeah, it's from FNAF.
Oh yeah, that's the guy. That's one of the dead kids.
Wait, what? Oh, I thought. Oh, never mind. That guy. Okay.
I think it might also be.
No, we're all confused here. I'm sorry. I just made that revelation, and it hit more than finding
I'm
a
pretty
shiny
sure Jeremy
Pokemon.
Fitzgerald is the FNAF 2 Night Guard.
He is.
Oh, that's
Um,
true. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I only know that because of Pop Goes.
Popka's a weasel.
What? Yeah, Fia?
No, I was just thinking.
Okay.
Hey, man.
I just want to kind of get my word count up a little bit. I just want to say that like this is the strangest episode I think we've ever had.
No,
It is. I mean,
From,
well,
like,
no. Yeah. I
heavy
think we've had
emotion to
I
what the
think
fuck
this is the most, like,
that I do.
out of pocket. Not, well, maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like...
I don't know. It's not the
this is the most-
strangest, but
it does feel different from any of our other episodes that we've
it feels like Whiplash. I don't know
yeah.
how to explain it
I
any
don't know.
better.
I don't know. I'm having fun.
You're driving out good. You start off good, and you get into a collision. You break your shoulder bone because that's where the seatbelt is, and now you're like, oh shit, we're in serious territory.
I do that all the time.
Everything's dislocated and I'm crying.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't.
You just
I
gotta
imagine Amber
by a
in the Peter Griffin death pose.
Oh,
Yep.
maybe.
I don't know how to do that one very well.
But yeah, anyway, it's so like strange. I didn't finish the initial thought that I had where we were supposed to have the meeting for the thing on Wednesday, and I think we got the reminder of the meeting like either on the same day or the day before, but then the meeting was canceled because like he was not there anymore, and it's like I'm so confused. Like he didn't like from the bit that I knew about him, he didn't seem to have any intention of like he seemed pretty content on staying at that place and continuing doing his work in therapy there and not and
He got lost. He was missing
I don't
from working the night shift.
no,
Yeah,
it was like
he got eaten by he got eaten by Freddy Fazbear.
yeah, but it's like so like
Man, the job economy is so sad.
Can we get a like for that?
Can we get one like equals one Jeremy from the Jeremy dimension?
Fitzgerald dimension.
For all of the Jeremys
What
come
would you
from,
do if you had a pocket-sized Fitzgerald image?
You know,
oh my God. But it was
Jeremy
like
Fitzgerald, Jeremy
he-
Johnson, the other ones.
Jarvis Johnson.
No,
Anyway,
that's not Jeremy.
Need to be night guard.
but I like he like it would have been weird for him to
Wait,
leave
wait,
of his own
okay.
accord. Yes.
One last thing, I would like to say when I started saying that, my brain did go, Jarvis Johnson? No, wait, that's not Jeremy. So like we had the same thought.
Yeah, saying that we're trying to get to Jeremy
Same
Johnson
brain.
from Phineas and Ferb, but we just couldn't. One of us
Same
got to
brain.
Jarvis, and the other one got
Holy,
to.
Holy, that's a wizard.
Thank you.
There's a lizard on my wall.
Anyway, what I was going to say,
The platypus
I
controlling
don't
you.
think he couldn't have left of his own accord.
On.
Okay, he couldn't have left of his own accord because like he didn't have any reason to, and he made no indication that he was.
Right.
It was done on such short notice. Like I got the reminder for the meeting at some
Little
point,
gecko.
and
Ignore me,
but
please.
then he wasn't there. Like so, the meeting had to be canceled. So something happened in that like short window of time, and like it would have been weird. Like he didn't get fired because that would be extremely sudden to fire him, and then suddenly he's immediately not there upon being
You're
fired.
fired for
Like,
working security guard.
It's so strange. Like it's such a mystery that I have no idea
I'm
what happened.
going to be honest, Amber. If I were you, I would have immediately asked my new therapist. You
What
have more
happened?
restraint than I
Oh,
did.
boy.
Because when I want to know something, I go up and I ask every single possibly related person, like I am a character in a video game investigating a murder.
Just ask
I
every
walk
single
around- I walk
NPC.
I walk up to people and press A.
No, like
And
when
I keep
something
pressing
happens
A
at
so
my
they repeat their
school,
dialogue.
there's ambulances
NPC.
everywhere. Once I went to school, there were ambulances everywhere, and I wanted to know what happened. And so basically, I just went up to every single person I saw and asked if they knew what happened until I figured out what happened. Like somebody in a video game.
I did that. I would do that.
I
I'm a
need to
very.
know. I need to know.
It's not even that I'm a
Curiosity
social.
must
It's
be
not,
satiated.
it's not even
Yes,
that I was a
exactly.
social person back then. It's just like
do you mean
my
that a
OCD
social
could
person-
not
hold on,
contain
please.
itself
What
when I
do you
didn't
Oh
know.
mean?
no,
a social
I'm
person
not a
back
social
then.
person.
Back then in high school. You know how awkward I was in
you
high
are
school.
still very much a social person. You are. If
Okay,
I
maybe
had
now,
to pick,
but that was
okay,
that
let
was
me-
3 years ago.
I'm gonna
No.
drop my famous
Oh,
line.
okay.
Let me put something into perspective for you, right?
Oh no!
Oh,
She said the egg. She said the egg. Oh my god.
it was nice knowing y'all. This is the second time I die on the
Hey,
podcast.
If River had a fandom wiki page, I think the quote at the top would be, "Okay, let me put something."
Hey guys, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to put everything into perspective.
I just want to put this out
Yo,
there.
if you subscribe, little like riverheads will like pop out and be like, "Let me put something into perspective."
Oh no, that sounds like a body
It'll be
horror.
like
Sounds like
TikTok.
a
It'll be like
cool,
TikTok.
Friends Easter egg. Anyways,
Yeah.
What?
you know the little Easter eggs on Google, like if you
No.
punch in.
Oh wait, I
so
do know now.
for
Splatoon.
friends, it's friend specific stuff. If you punch in the actor's name, you'll get like a little icon somewhere off to the side of the webpage that'll reference something from that'll reference a quote of theirs from the
Yes.
show.
Yeah.
There is something
So-
like that on Google for Splatoon as well.
Anyways,
He just covers the whole like fucking like screen up with paint and ink.
I didn't stir the salt well enough into these things.
Anyways, getting back to my point here,
Laying
what I was
fist
going to
respect
say
him.
was, what happened was,
What happened was.
I got that one from my dad.
My dad does the same shit because he makes fun of my mom when she does lectures. My mom speaks very like Spanglish.
What happened was,
That's what she says, and my dad's like, "What happened was," like repeats it very loudly. It could be annoying, but it's pretty funny sometimes.
let me get back to my point, stupid.
Okay. Okay,
My
miss.
point is, you're a very in the time that I have known you, and the time that we have been friends, which is what 2.5, almost no, not even that. Like 2.5, almost 3 years. You have like amongst the 5 of us, you have absolutely been the most social person.
Okay.
And
well, let me put something into perspective for you.
how
He said the
dare
line.
you
He said
use
the
my
line.
line against
He
me?
said the line.
Let me put something into perspective for you, River.
Oh!
Okay, what's going on?
How
What the fuck?
absolute dare you use my line against me? First of all,
Well, you're a York.
He said another line.
he said the thing.
Let's
said
go.
Oh my god! We're dropping all our iconic lines in this episode.
You know, my iconic line.
Yo, he said the thing. Yo, he said the
Wait,
thing. It's like
what
the
did
pointy
Jim say?
meme. Yo, he said the thing. Slingle dongle.
I was
And
like
that's
low-key,
how
I was
the
low-key
way
expecting someone to be like
goes.
fucking wubba lubba dub dub. Anyway,
you got to keep in mind, we've only ever communicated online. That's another shiny Voltorb, but what the fuck? That's gonna be, man. That's gonna be nutsack number 2.
Soul, get off your Pokemon high horse.
Okay, what was I gonna say? That shiny Voltorb really fucked my shit over. Alright, so basically, we only ever communicated online. Being online, it's more comfortable to talk to people because you're not seeing the people other than the icons moving and glowing green. In real life, as a kid,
fucking dangling
and green
keys
in
for
high
you?
school,
Like,
I was I wasn't very social. Don't get me wrong, I tried, but I wasn't very social. Like, not in the slightest. And it was really difficult for me to be social. Just because of the fact that I'm seeing the people and I'm looking at the people and I'm like, yeah, if I make a fool of myself, everyone's gonna laugh at me and my parents are gonna fall down and I'm gonna cry. So
you mentioned like watching the icons glow green and whatnot. To me, that compares to like dangling keys in front of a baby's face. Is that?
look, it's not like I'm infatuated with like the fucking light turns green and shit. No, that's not what it is. It's easier to talk to people without seeing their face. But the reality is that like I wasn't a really sociable person back then, so I can understand that whole aspect. But if it really came down to me wanting to find out something, I would have done exactly what Fiat said that she has done, and to ask every single person related or I think is related to the event that I am trying to uncover to find out everything, regardless of my in-social abilities, and just pressing A until the NPC repeats their dialogue twice. Hold on. Nutsack 2. Alright, fuck. I gotta...
Why are you calling them nutsack?
Because, blue balls.
Okay.
Okay.
But anyway,
Alright, that's awesome. Anyway.
But as I was just proving my point, because online communication and in-person communication is very different.
Dude,
Don't get me wrong. I'm a very sociable person now because I'm in a bunch of group of friends, like outside of Discord as well.
And now we play the theme song.
Listen, Soul, buddy, I love you. I don't know what point you were trying to make.
I was trying to make the point that I'm not. You know what? Fuck you. You know what? Ow, my hand, it hurts. I punched my mic. That didn't go well.
I will say,
Motherfucker said,
despite the fact that when I'm curious, I go up and I ask everybody what, I'm like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Tell me your secrets. I don't know. I will say that you guys are my only friends.
my entirety of my
I'm so
point.
sorry.
First of all, Fia, I feel bad for you that we're your only friends.
Fine.
That's wow.
No, it's fine. I'm not sad.
What a way to rub it in, you dick.
No, it's fine. I'm not sad. It's a good amount of friends to have.
The entire point that I was trying to make is that Soul basically was talking about the icons lighting up green, and I was just making the comparison of keys being dangled in front of a baby's face.
That wasn't your first point. I mentioned that after, disproving your whole thing of me being a social person my entire life, which I was
So
not.
wait, that's what you were getting at? You were trying to disprove being social?
I mean, being social back then, because I was relating
Back
to what
then.
Fia
Don't
said
fucking
about
back then me, alright? You've always been pretty social from what I understand. Don't
Shreddy Rotom! Fuck you, nutsack. I'm gonna take this
River knows a lot about back then.
Listen, I can go on. I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest member
Yes, you
of
are.
the five of us.
Duh!
Yes, very much so.
We don't
all
make
know
jokes
this.
about it for nothing.
Oh shit!
I forget exactly how old Soul is, but I thought he was around my age.
I'm 20.
No.
He's 24.
Right now. I'm right now. What the? I'm not 24. I'm 87.
No wonder you like
And
Joe
River-
so much.
And
Yeah.
River,
You know it.
Rivers what, 276?
No, I think
God,
a bit
make it
older. I'm
sound
pretty
like
sure
some-
that she.
Some fucking
knew-
demigod or something.
River, what was it like to meet
The dinosaur.
Stalin.
Did you know?
Did he make
Did you
the
know?
trains run on time? Wait, that was Mussolini.
Are you bald, River?
Never
A
single
bunch
Power
of
Ranger.
a bit of Mussolini humor for you all.
I love
I'm
laughing at
reminded.
Mussolini.
Are you aware of Life is Hell, like the comic?
I do not think so.
It
No.
was.
I think so.
It was
I
it was the
actually
comic
think I have.
originally. It was a comic created by Matt Groening before he made The Simpsons. It featured
yeah,
like
definitely.
these bunny
These
characters. Yeah, and I remembering with there was a weird rhyme that I still remember because we had a Life in Hell book. And it went something like whistle while you work, Hitler is a jerk, Mussolini bit his weenie, but now it doesn't work. Repeat until spanked.
Ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas.
Yo, Toho, that's crazy.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How did we go from Talking Ben to Santa to Toho? That is a wild jump. All right. Anyways,
I don't know where the Life in Hell book still is. Should have brought that up for my the literature
Yes.
episode.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered something. I was gonna... You know when you were going on your whole tirade about old stories of, drama?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had a story...
them, but
I had a
tell
story... I had a story line up. And I feel like Soul can vouch for me with this. This was back during, 7 years ago by now. So this was during the Xbox One days.
Oh,
I remember
didn't know about
our
that
old
then.
friend group. It was, I think it might have been me, Soul, and like another 3 dudes. We
Back
had
then, it
this
was like a few, like 6 or 7 other people as well.
Yeah, but I think it was only just like us 5. The next, I'm gonna give a little context before that. In Xbox, there's these things that you can do that are called like posts or community posts. You put them under a specific game, so like you could put
Like
in like
Miiverse?
kinda, I guess it's you could go into like, because every single game had like a community tab. Like you could see what people were doing for a certain game, and in there they had like community posts where people could like be like, oh hey, I'm looking for people that want to play Minecraft from ages like this to that, and then we're gonna be doing this. And usually those posts were overused. People would like try and find dating through them. They were like, okay, so I'm looking for a girlfriend, blah blah blah, 18 and above.
Posts.
Yeah, and then
Remember those as well.
what we did was that we went to like popular games like Minecraft or COD, and then we would make parties. We would be in like a VC or like a party, the equivalent of VC over there, and we would basically make one of those and say, hey, if you want to join, we're a bunch of girls and we're looking for boys, and then we would just sit in a VC waiting for people to join, and then
waiting for people to like
we basically
send us friend requests and like ask for an invite to a party. And then we would send them the invite, and then they would join in,
and then we would just start blasting a bunch of sound effects, yelling at them. we were basically
You guys were a
fishing.
couple of dumb little kids. I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, we were fucking morons back then. Oh my gosh.
I can tell.
Oh my god, it went from like for friends like spamming like fucking like sound effects and music through their phones to other friends just like brutally, like I'm talking brutally molesting their microphones. Like is like it got so like it got bad. Wait, didn't someone break their mic doing that?
I don't think anybody did.
I don't think it. Yeah, no, I'm not thinking anybody did, but I think someone got close. Well, I think it was
Maybe. I don't remember. Don't ask me don't even ask me because I don't remember.
There was a few like squeakers in our fucking.
Yeah, we had some squeakers. I think I remember I was a squeaker. Also, by the way, to confirm something, River, you are absolutely right. Soul has always been the one that's like the sentence starter, because even back then, like once Soul said like, "Okay, I'm gonna go eat something. I'll be right back," the entire like VC of people would just go quiet.
I mean,
Sounds
well,
about right.
keep in mind, it's the difference between online and real life communication. Which I agreed, like online, I was very much like the social person. I'm like aggressively like engaging conversations. In fact, I went out of my way to join
You're,
other people's parties.
Introvert in the streets,
like,
extrovert in the sheets.
Yeah. But I went into like parties on like the Xbox party posts. I would join them deliberately looking for people to talk to and play with. And I've joined a few maps on Minecraft and having like experiencing like mods and shit like that to like the consoles or what have you. I've joined ones for like Rocket League, for Fortnite, for even like people just talking while I play like Cars 2, the video game.
Yeah, I remember that because I remember I ended up joining some, being like, "Hey, what's up?" Like,
I
just
join with random people.
I had.
Oh yeah, and
you said Cars 2 video game. I don't know why I thought of this. And I don't know why I even remember this.
it's a good game. Like
It's
a good movie.
That's like
I had the first Cars video game on GameCube.
Look, I think Cars 2, the video game, is something that Cars 2 should have just been. It shouldn't have been a movie. It should have just been like a really.
We're
like,
not getting into this
a really
discussion again.
Because Cars 2 is just. I don't like how stupid everybody is.
I don't like how stupid your face is.
Look, it's not like everybody is like smart and thinking highly intelligent. No, it's like everybody's like actions are super fucking basic. To like bestowing Mater, like giving Mater the position to help in the super high
I need
tech.
I need you to calm down.
No, Jim brought it up.
No, stop.
No, I want to hear.
I was only making a joke. I was only making a joke. Please stop. I don't want to get into again.
Quality is the big boom booms. The big boom that goes goo goo gaga boom boom. Big
So I need you to shut the fuck up.
This literally just turned into Soul talking about Cars 2. Like,
Alright. Anyway, I had something I wanted to mention.
Your story.
Yeah.
I have to take a quick fiber because I have to go run down and help my mother bring in groceries, but I will be right back.
Alright.
So,
Okay.
So you talking about VCs? It reminded me of something because I did not VC a lot. I was not someone who really did that kind of thing. I mostly just talked. I always was the kind of person that was nervous when I was getting into a VC with someone for the first time. That's not to say I never did. Mostly I just did it with friends. I rarely ever went into a public VC. And like I did like the occasional VC with friends, but there's one the one public VC that I remember doing, which Fia will also remember, is Christmas movie watch along.
What?
So okay.
Sandler.
So Fia
My Christmas movie watch along. Yes, that's what I did.
Yeah, Fia arranged a thing where
I forced everybody to watch my favorite Christmas movie.
Yep. She went to VC and streamed her favorite Christmas movie. I don't remember the title. What is it?
Wait.
Was it Home Alone?
No. Oh.
You really hate Home Alone.
I hate Home Alone.
No, wait.
I hate that kid.
You know what? I'm gonna force all of you to watch it too. It's my favorite movie.
Rap City Street Kids Believe in Santa. Extremely rare 2002 movie.
Christmas special.
This looks like this looks like neon. This looks like. Actually, no. Go on.
Okay. Like so. It was obvious. Like she got us all into VC in the subreddit Discord server. Got us come into VC and watch this Christmas movie with me. And I did, and that was like one of the few public VCs I went into in that server. And I, obviously, mask off, it's a shitty movie. Very funny because of it being shitty, but still shitty. And it's a watch. If you want to watch it, you can. We have to wait for Christmas via 4 more months.
Oh no! I wanna show you guys the Christmas tree. My second favorite movie.
Are we gonna watch it right now?
No, we're not watching it in the podcast.
Kidding,
God no.
That can be our Christmas episode.
God no, it's an awful movie.
That can be our Christmas episode.
Watching those two movies.
Well, I'm gonna be out of town for Christmas. I wouldn't know.
Damn.
Oh my god. No, that's no.
What?
That thumbnail does not look promising.
Wait, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at the video.
Rap City Street Kids.
Yeah, the Rap City Street Kids. I know you haven't put in the movie yet. Unless you have, and that is it. Which I don't think it is.
That is the movie. Yeah, it's the one we watched.
Okay, well then I don't resent any comments. That is not promising. It looks like I am going to watch a studio film.
Like I said, mask off. It's a bad movie. It's funny because of how bad it is. It's still a bad movie.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why I love it.
Jesus Christ.
It's
I love bad movies
but
so much.
that was like the one public VC that I've ever been in. And I remember this can kind of lead into some fun stories about the server, because I remember there were a couple of people that joined, a couple of people that I didn't really talk to and don't have many stories about. But there is one member that I think I've talked about before that joined that has a fun little. I don't actually know if I've ever mentioned their backstory. Stefan, the infamous Stefan.
We all know that.
You've talked about
Yeah,
that
have I
guy
talked
before.
have I talked about what he was like at the very beginning of the server?
No, you've only talked about a little bit about him.
Yeah, so
Honestly, I will
well,
say
stop
that
me
he
if
popped
I-
up on my.
Hmm?
He popped up on my time. I don't know that. I honestly do not know what pronouns they're using at the moment.
I don't either.
Because of, like, because they don't have it in their bio and they redesigned their Sona to look more, I believe, feminine. So
And yeah,
who knows? But they seem to be like. Honestly, their art has improved quite a bit. If you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, it
But,
certainly
like, 'cause
is.
they-
But
Just like comment.
yeah, like what they were like at the start of the server. So Stefan, initially when I first joined the server, and Fia can also attest to this, it was like consistent. Every single time he was in a conversation, he would post the same fucking shitty artwork of his Sona, being like,
Yes.
like all the fucking time. You could not go a conversation with him without seeing that image, possibly multiple times in the same conversation. He posted it constantly, and it was the same art piece of his Sona that he drew, I presume.
I can see it in my mind's eye now.
I can indeed. I am envisioning it now. It was bad, and also like he got really annoyed. Like I don't blame him, but he also just got really annoyed whenever someone said it looked like Scott the Woz, because
That's funny because
did.
I from an outsider's perspective, because I did go on the subreddit Discord every now and then, and when I saw his artwork, I just thought, oh, this guy must be like a big Scott the Woz fan.
And the thing is that they are.
You know what's funny? Yeah, he is. Like, that's not even a he like they are
Then
a
if we-
Scott the Woz.
Wait, so if they are, then why do they? Wait, did they like take inspiration from him?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think it was just supposed to be a Sona of them, because they did post the occasional picture of themselves, and they did kind of look like, what their Sona was. Same kind of general look, I guess. But it was just that the design was so much like Scott the Woz that you couldn't help yourself but compare it to, like, it just looked like Scott the Woz.
Let's Scott the Woz. Shut. No, it's not.
No!
I will scoop your eyeballs out.
But it was
Actually, I don't know who that person would respond. I'm not gonna.
But it was he was a handful back in that, and he kind of was like, and the thing was like at the time he was like 13, so he's young, and everything that comes with being young on the internet, and actually no, I think there was one thing, I remember a lot of staff discussion around that time being I think he said he was 15.
Yes.
And
that
he
happened.
was and
I
no
was always
one
super
believed
surprised
him.
because I didn't believe
Oh.
it. That would, wait, because that would make me that would make me younger than him, and I did not believe that. I genuinely did not believe that he was younger, he was older than me. I just did not have that in me to believe that.
It was
Every single time I would be like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, there were so many staff discussions where we just kind of shat on Stefan.
I feel kind of a bit bad,
Yeah, there was a lot of shitting on in the staff chats.
Ew.
A lot of shitting. I remember there was this time where So I was friends with someone by the name of Blank, who,
I know.
yeah, funnily enough, they are currently a recently added moderator of the subreddit. How's about that? Known for, so I was friends with them. We haven't talked in a long while, and who knows if we ever will again. But
Damn.
they were, like, I remember, like, Pale, owner of the subreddit, had, like, this vendetta against them. Like, Pale just did not like them. And I remember there was a certain point in time where I had to, like, fight tooth and nail to defend Blank, because Pale was just being unreasonably, like, harsh towards Blank. And it was like, why, like, you're kind it really is just feeling like a lot of bias here, and I, like, had to, like, fight hard against them. There was a lot of fighting that I did with Pale back then. We're more chill now.
Yeah.
But we have ended up more chill eventually, and we don't talk much now because I don't really engage in this subreddit that much, but, we're chill. And Pale's definitely gotten a lot better, which I've mentioned before, but, God, like, the amount of times that like, there was, like, just to say it outright, there was definitely a fair share of bias in the staffing, and, like, I can't say that's unavoidable, or like, because, like, I understand that, like, I would try to be fair. There were people that I weren't too fond of in that server, but that was, like,
bias.
Who? God, anyone?
No, I said ooh, but I would not be opposed to learning who.
Who? God, I wouldn't. I don't
even know.
At this point, I would have to more see them to really
Believe
fully. No, see
I'm
them.
sorry,
to...
I don't know what. No, I know. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry.
I would have to more see them to remember. There was one. I remember. I don't remember what name he went by. I remember at some point his username was just, or, like, the name that he just kind of went by was just Y, like WHY. And then I think eventually they changed their name to Panencock or whatever. However the fuck you pronounce it. But I'm pretty sure they were a hijinks person, so obviously they were by default a dick. And pretty much anyone from hijinks was a headache and a half, because hijinks was a shithole. And it, like, it's funny how much, like, how often, like the hijinks subreddit got shut down, and the Discord was a big load of mess, and everything to do with Loint Moint was a terrible disaster.
Yep.
Terrible times. And there was a bunch of, and it was always thinking back on it now, again, it was always the funniest fucking dynamic, that it's a bunch of, like, teenagers on the internet arguing about, like, getting into petty disagreements over Friday Night Funkin', and at the center of it all is the fucking, or, like, just kind of standing, as someone else who is also involved, is this, like, 20s military guy who just happens to be there. Like, it was, think about it, Pseudo being in all those situations was always really funny, because dude was in the fucking Marines. Still is, to my knowledge, I don't know. But, like, just this military guy, like,
okay,
engaging in petty internet drama with teenagers, like. Yeah.
I checked Stefan's Twitter, and I did some digging, and as of like last month, says that he uses he and she pronouns. So
he did say something about being gender fluid, so
just doesn't say. It's like, I don't know. I was curious about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, but yes, I
helpful to
do
know.
completely agree with you because it was just a bunch of teenage drama, and then there was just this guy.
Yeah, it was quite the dynamic.
It was quite the I was going to say it was quite the time to be alive.
That it was. I had a, I gotta say that was being in the server was definitely a time of my life that I would not want to relive.
I wouldn't want to relive it, but I'm happy
It was,
that it happened because I met
God,
you.
that
that's
is
pretty
true.
neat, and
that
now I
is
have-
tr-
See, good things come from
There
bad
was, I
things.
definitely won't deny that there was a lot of like good that I'm happy for now that came out of being a moderator. I don't like. I obviously would have never gotten into the FFE and gotten onto and be here in this podcast right now if I never was. And I didn't give a shit. So that's nice. But like, also, it's like how like. It's like the phrase "what doesn't kill you makes you stronger." It's like I got my limbs like cut off and had to regrow them like a starfish,
Like an octopus.
What doesn't kill you
That
makes you
too.
stronger over time, except when it doesn't.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
had to
exactly.
like
You get
it was
it.
like I had to go through the rough part of my life to get to the ocean that is now, where now I'm an adult and now the rough part is looming upon me once more, but in a different way. But
In a different way.
but being like being in the server was definitely I had to like the kinds of people you face in any position where you have to deal with people. You'll face a lot of stuff. Like I had to and especially because I was the most like outwards of any of the moderators, where I tended to be the one to engage with people more. I would comment on posts, I would reply to things people said, and even occasionally I remember one or two times that I actually went on hijinks and made a post saying, "Hey, complain to me and I'll listen." Basically.
I think that I remember the hijinks people used to call you the only good moderator.
What a title. I'm proud to...
By the way, Amber,
I have returned.
how do I make
Hello.
Guilty Gear full screen? Guilty Gear will not go with full screen. and
display
it's making-
settings.
You yell at it.
And then you just set it from window to full screen.
Thank
Or
you, Amber.
borderless or whatever. You're welcome.
You go like, you're gonna be full screen now, buddy. You're gonna
But,
be full screen right now.
there was it was definitely like, God, the people like I think it like people kind of like respected me, I guess. Like people thought that I was a good moderator, and to toot my own horn a little bit, I definitely
You are.
did a lot of work, and a fair amount of it was probably beneficial. Although like if you can like, I mean, the subreddit was probably on its eventual spiraling downfall because of literally every other factor that existed under the sun. But and like it is like the subreddit is almost like a kind of like indicative of the progress of the subreddit is like kind of parallel to the progress of the people who made up it as like people. Like the subreddit kind of grew up with us, and the subreddit also had its like edgy teen phase, I guess. Like
Sure.
we had the amount of times where there was infighting with server staff and shit like that. At this point, the only small fragments of the original mod team remain, and even the small fragments that do remain don't really say much. Like me. Like all the old moderator. You know what's funny? Remember the story about Saber that I told a bit earlier? and how Yellow was a character in there. Yellow eventually became a moderator of the Discord server, which was funny. So that was the thing. And like there was a lot of others, like to name some like one of the longest standing moderators was Demonic, who some of you might be
We all
familiar
know.
with.
Nope.
I
No
remember. Wait, have you ever heard? Do any of you know the story besides Fia, because she does? Do any of you know the story of Soul Slim?
I kind
French.
of know. He's the creator of the subreddit,
Yeah, so
right?
basically, okay. So originally, the Friday Night Funkin' subreddit and the Discord server was created by a guy by the name of Soul Slim, and the Discord server was originally created with him, Lazo Biota, who's another person, and Pseudo at the time called Spook. If I'm maybe actually I think his Reddit account is called The Explosive Lemon, so who knows? Maybe he went by Lemon back then. But basically they created it, and fun fact: the staff discussion channel has the oldest messages known to the entire server, because what happened was Soul Slim, owner of both the subreddit and the Discord server, and also slightly relevant information for this story is that there was a time way back when, even before I joined after all this transpired. Way back when they had a senpai bot, which I think was supposed to be a music bot, or something to that effect. But it was done. It was just a bot that was, owned and managed by Soul Slim, just to do what it did.
Right.
And what happened was, eventually, after creating the server and the Discord server and running it for some time, Soul Slim comes in and says, "Hey guys, I just turned 13." Up to this point, I think he had lied about his age the whole time. He was underage. And upon this happening, saying, "Hey guys, I'm 18." So a bit of previous a bit of context that happened a bit before this. Something had happened to Soul Slim. I don't remember exactly what, or something had happened in general, and that resulted in Soul Slim temporarily passing ownership to Pseudo, just for the time being. However, before the ownership was handed back, that happened. So what happened was the staff team basically flipped out and banned him, and also contacted Reddit admins like, "Hey, this guy is underage. Get him out."
I actually remember that.
Position.
That's the only reason why I know that, because I remember seeing, I think it was either you, God, I forgot their name. Pale. It was you, either Pale or Mouse guy.
Spook.
Military.
Pseudo?
Yeah, Spook. I think I remember seeing a post where they were reporting them to Reddit admins that they were underage.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember seeing that post when I look back. But yeah, so that all happened. They freaked out. And then he kind of, and what Soul Slim did after getting banned from the Discord server was he used the senpai bot as a backdoor and fucking nuked it. Deleted a bunch of all the channels.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm familiar with the story now.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think so. I remember.
You're not in the server ever.
Right, but
I never brought it up to you.
Well, yeah, but I remember hearing a server getting nuked through a back door.
Might be a different one.
It might be.
Who knows? That stuff probably happens a fair amount. But yeah, Soulslim nuked it, and they eventually managed to get him out of there. But obviously the damage was done, so every channel had to be remade and re-put in. And that was kind of the start of the quote-unquote new era of the server, with Spook/Pseudo being the new owner, and everyone else being there as well, and also probably the most notable and tumultuous time of the server, because there was a lot that happened and a lot of things that probably shouldn't have happened. I remember there was a lot of that was the time that there was a lot of eras that shouldn't have happened. When the VTAN mod released, there was a 4chan era of the server. I think I mentioned before. Good God,
I kind of remember that.
I remember the mod, but I don't remember
server
that.
unfunny era.
Yeah, it was a time I can't there was so many of those things, and after the server got nuked with Soulslim, if you scroll back up, you'll find Dude L has a message. He eventually edited it. He sent the first message in Off Topic after the deletion, and so it has a shit ton of reactions. At some point, he edited the message to say please stop replying to this and pinging me. Because apparently it would happen enough that he got annoyed with it. But it was really funny. So that was the first message in Off Topic. But the ultimate throwback is really funny, because I remember looking back at staff discussion, because staff discussion did not get nuked, which means it still has remnants of conversations from Soulslim, Lazo, and Spook way back when. And it's I am here. Let me. So I think, can I filter? Yes. So in staff. Let's see if I can find it. Good God, searching on mobile is terrible. Let's see.
My computer's battery just stopped.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna be able to play Guilty Gear.
Let's see. Let's go
sorry.
before it. It's fine. It's fine.
No, it's sad.
Didn't Guilty Gear come out on the Switch?
Yeah, it's...
I can't. Okay. Would you like to give me $60?
No. I don't have the money, but I was just I was just pointing it out because I think I heard something about that.
It has. Give me money and I will buy it.
I'd probably give you money to buy a different game.
Wow. I can't believe it.
Wow. Jem is like, I'll give you money to buy Undertale Yell.
No.
Undertale Yell
One.
cost
No.
money.
Okay, let me pull out my Fiat. No, one, that is free. Two, that would be a different game.
Ooh, get served on a platter, River.
What if I just took the money and used it to buy Guilty Gear Strive on the Switch?
Holy...
No.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's a... Wow, these are some...
Crossplay?
Holy fucking dicks. These are old messages.
Oh, my eyes.
Okay,
my
so
eyes.
a few things. Wow. Yeah. Oh well. There's a Soulslim. There is there's a lot of discussions about in the early days, and holy shit, I forgot some of these people. Let's see. So apparently the server was created very early 2021. So let me see if I can scroll real far back. February 2021. Let's see. Let's see. Oh no, it set it back to. Fuck you. I love Discord mobile so much. Nope.
Snack that smiles. Goldfish.
What do you mean, snack that smiles back?
Goldfish. Never heard of it?
I know, but why
when
are
I
you
look at
saying
goldfish
it now?
for cracker.
Why not?
Me when I look at my goldfish through the fishbowl.
Let's see.
They don't smile,
That
though.
just reminds
Goldfish
me.
are
That
like
just reminds me of
not
that one gag. There's a gag in Undertale.
Yellow?
No.
I was-
In Undertale 2, where you have to get a bunch. It's a fish tank. You have to get a bunch of fish for an aquarium, and then
One of the fish you have to capture is a goldfish. And you just put it in the aquarium and it just floats all the way up and it just does nothing.
Okay, man, there's goodness, I'm looking at our early discussion. Okay, you know what? You wanna know what the first message sent in staff discussion is?
Huh.
Discord community updates. And immediately followed by Soul Slim saying, shut up. Let's see. A few other people. Let's see. I like all these. When they link channels, it just says unknown because of the nuke. Let's see. They are. Let's see.
You say nuke, and the way that I pictured it was this guy holding like a football-sized nuke, and then he just throws it, and everything, like all
Like a
the
nice
channels
nuclear
just blow up.
bomb.
And most of the channels that everyone really cared about, I guess. Also, I like how. So one of the earliest discussions in the staff discussions is what slurs should I ban?
I would imagine all of them.
Whoa! you
Yeah,
good?
exactly.
I've been working on something for a week now.
Oh my god. Goodness. Also, I forgot that Sunny D was a.
Oh, I
Zaya.
remember.
Isn't that dude? I think I follow them.
Sunny?
Aren't
Sunny
they an
D?
artist?
Yeah. He was the owner of Friday Night Funkin' Fans for a while.
I think I was there once, and then I left.
Friday Night Funkin' Fans, I think, was like the most, like, the biggest Friday Night Funkin' community server. Other than maybe Friday Night Funkin', Friday Night Funkin' modding server. But, you know, they were one for base game, one for modding, you know,
Sunny
two different
D.
things.
You say Sunny D, and I think of the orange juice.
Yes.
I want some
there's
Sunny
also
D
that,
right
but no,
now.
his name, he went by Sunny D. There's also, there's a few
Who's
names
eating chips?
I wish I was eating some Sunny D.
Who's eating chips? I'm
River,
curious.
probably.
River, are you eating
Rivers?
chips?
I'm sorry. Me and Mother got a Walmart order earlier today.
I'm sorry, the fact that you call your mom mother is so distracting. It sounds like you are like a Victorian child.
What would you prefer I say? Me and Mommy?
No, I just
That's
think it's
even
funny.
worse.
Well, me
also,
and Mama.
Me
got
and
a
Mama.
Walmart
No, it's fine. I
earlier.
just wanted to tell you that, so I don't say it another time. I don't know. I just want to let you know.
Well,
sound like
me
a-
and Mama
you sound-
got a
I actually, you know what? It makes sense, given
just continue.
I think it's really funny.
we got a Walmart order earlier, and I've been pestering her to buy me snacks and stuff. And anywho, one of the snacks that I really wanted was Pringles, because I haven't had Pringles in a really, really, really long time. And I wanted a can of Pringles, so I've been bugging my mom for it for like a week, and it finally came in the Walmart order. And now I'm sitting here eating a can of Pringles because they're just so damn good, and they're not as good as I remember them to be, but they're still
Good.
pretty
Thank
tasty.
you for saying that. We're not going to. We don't say these things about brands unless we're getting paid. Job.
Yeah, I'm also
Oh,
I'm
that's
seeing
why
some
my laptop
names.
stopped working. Oh, it
I'm seeing-
died. It was unplugged.
That would make sense. I'm seeing some names that I don't recognize in these staff chats also. I see someone by the name of Big Booty Ball, B-A-A-L, and Crack_Frog, whoever that is. I also, it's funny because I can, I'm still on the discussion about, on slurs. Currently, I'm at the part of the discussion where they're discussing if the R slur is actually a slur or just a medical term, so it's fine.
Oh my god. I'm going to kill them. I'm sorry, this debate pisses me off.
It does. You know, it was the one. It was like whenever it came up occasionally. Came up occasionally in
hang up my felt sheet, darling.
It came up occasionally in Off Topic. I remember a couple times.
Oh yeah, it did. I think like
you were involved in some of them, and pretty much and every single time I think it was sparked by Yeet Skid Eat. So
yep, sounds about right.
Let's see, Dia Valali.
You know what's a debate I hate a lot?
Yes.
Yanny or Laurel?
It has a little bell. My little garland. It has a little bell on it. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I love this.
That is awesome.
Aww.
Also, I found
sorry,
Spook's first.
This makes me very happy. So
I found
cute.
Spook's first messages.
Oh, you're supposed to hang it from the ceiling.
Staff discussion.
Okay, sorry. I'll be quiet now.
It's okay.
Don't mind.
There's a lot of there's a what was his name? Mark, not old River Mark.
Okay, that gave me whiplash for a second. I was like,
New
what?
Mark.
Yeah, no, it was it's F&F server Mark. Mark something. It just escaped me.
Is it like Cia?
It ran
Marcia or
like
something?
a Pokemon.
No, it's not Marcia.
Did he get sent to the Jeremy dimension?
The Fitzgerald dimension, I correct you.
Oh, sorry. My mistake. It won't happen again, please. Don't hurt my family.
Now you're gonna go into Fitzgerald.
Molten Marky. That was his name.
Oh, I recognize that name.
Yeah, he was.
Marky's gonna get
I always kind of knew him as that guy who had the Zedrata profile picture. That character from Helltaker, the one who smokes. He had her. He had a profile picture of her always. And I think he was a mod at some point. God, the amount of I remember. We had a mod for a while that was kind of the most contentious mod, I guess is the way to put it. Named Russell. Nice reaction. Russell was something. Russell,
Yeah,
I think
he sure was.
It was always like a kind of thing where he would do something and then everyone else would find it like unfair, so they would like reverse it or something, or they would debate about it, and then he would always be like, "God, I just do my job around here, and everyone hates me."
Yeah.
God.
He was not the most pleasant person to be around, I will say.
Yeah, and he also he and Molten Mark had they did not like each other very much. Like, it was, if they were around each other, it was just arguments. And like, goodness gracious, and at some point, like, he left, and then he kind of got banned, not for any particular reason, but just because everyone didn't want to deal with him.
Nobody liked him.
He's currently in the server, by the way. They unbanned him, and he talks there now. Not like it matters much anymore, because the servers.
Oh, hey! I just found the magnets that I stole.
Wow.
Yay!
Don't worry, I didn't steal them from anyone important. It was just the school.
Oh, that's Shadow the Hedgehog with the goth girl. Oh, that's cool.
Also, yeah, I'm still it's funny.
You don't want this to put this somewhere where the cats will get at.
There's a. I remember some of the old systems. When I joined the subreddit Discord server, they had the general like ban system was you would get 3 warnings. Like they had Carlbot for moderation, and it would issue a warn if you broke a rule. And once you got to 3, you would get banned. At some point that was changed to 5, and since then I think it's remained at that point. There literally has not been a warn given out in like actual like a year or 2. Like shit has not been happening in that server.
Hey, that's better than shit. Yes, happening. Has been
true.
happening.
It used to be a thing. It used to be a thing where I swear you would there would be an average of like 6 or so warns given out like every day. Like you would have to be on watch. And I gave out my fair share. Who knows how many that I'm curious if I search, like, can I search like from myself potentially let's see wow, I have some I went to I tried to search like warn. It gives me any message that has the word warn in it, and because you try to search up !warn, which was the short like the command prompt for it, but it just gives me any result for warnings. And yeah, there's some interesting interesting stuff. Also, I gotta say, there's some like weird there's some weirdness with like how what we considered rule breaking or not. Like we had like there were like things that there were things like at one point I think this was kind of there was the occasional debate of like banning certain images or certain things like and like sometimes they would be like banned and then people would be like, that's stupid, let people joke. I remember one that happened with was that one, all those images where it's like the big dramatic 3D text.
I know that one. Like the one that says "Say Gex."
I was thinking of the CP meme. The meme.
Yeah, that's the one we banned.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of like in the middle on should it be banned or not, because on one hand, I can understand why. On the other hand, it's the internet. Like, not to defend things the internet
Welcome to the internet.
Not to defend things that the internet does by virtue of it being the internet, because it's the internet doesn't make it right. But also, like, in terms of, like, jokes, it's not really that crazy of one. And
yeah,
also,
especially for a bunch of people who are, like, discussing on whether to ban the R slur or not.
Yeah, like,
that is literally the most harmless joke ever, like, in internet terms. Well, not, you know what I mean. When it comes to things that you could say.
Like, there's one, video, or not video. There's one fucking this image. I don't like all the stuff with the big 3D CP stuff was never is funny because it's just the same joke every time. The only exception I'll make is this one because I don't know why this one in particular is funnier to me. Maybe just because I like this format in general. Meeting, huh? But
oh no.
It's like I don't know. It's the I guess I should describe it. It's the Steve Harvey meeting huh meme, but it says child huh.
I saw.
Meeting
I
fuck
heard
Kingdom, Steve. Meeting huh.
I'm reminded of an audio clip.
Wait, what?
I'm reminded of an audio clip from Family Feud where Steve Harvey goes, "Name something that you would like your girlfriend to do to your face." And the guy's first response was, "I'm gonna say sit on it." And the whole crowd started fucking cheering. And then he's like, "Yes! Yes!" And he goes up to the board, "Sit on it! Bing!"
Yeah, it's
My
I
favorite
knew I
clip
had
of
one.
that nature is the one that's like gay, like gay sex or something. That's the funniest thing.
Also, man,
hey,
yeah,
Amber.
we. Also, I
I
found
have a few of
the
these
video.
from back then.
Hey Amber, I got a question.
Yeah.
Actually, it's more of like I guess it is technically a question. What's the time looking like on the
Yeah, that was my
podcast?
question. I was just about to ask
our
that.
recording time is 2 hours 50.
Ooh,
Look
look at
so
that.
we're 10 minutes off.
Definitely outbeats the last one.
Outbeat.
I know it was a really hard bar to cross, but we did it somehow.
Hey, it took forever, but we got it. You know
Yeah.
what? We had fun along the way.
Yeah,
It was
talking
the-
about
the
the
real
Michael
part-
Bay
You know what's-
toilet.
you know what's
We
funny?
had
I
fun.
was-
I had fun.
I got this is like this reminds me. Ever since Gem, there was like a time that Gem brought up, like mentioned to me like something along the lines of like every 3 episodes I change my profile picture on average. Like
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know about that.
I
it's-
did.
You can
I didn't.
can-
No, it was a
wasn't-
trend, but it's not completely accurate.
Yeah, like
Oh.
like usually you could tell from the thumbnails like it would be a 3-episode time where I would have the same profile picture and then another 3 where I would have the same profile picture and so on and so forth. And Jem kind of pointed that out, and I think about that sometimes.
I love how you say that. The first thing that popped into my head was Amber sitting at a bar with like a shot glass in her hand. And you're just like, I think about that sometimes. Like, I don't know why that's like a funny thought to me, but it is.
Yeah, I just kind of like sometimes there's times when someone will point out something and I'll just become like very acutely aware of it, like ever since they pointed out.
Oh, that happens to me too.
Yeah.
I have one from a few days ago as well. I remember we did like a music rotation, and after we finished, Soul, you said, "Oh hey, Jem had the one that had the most varied like taste in music," and I've been just thinking about that because it's like I don't know if that's true or not. I think it's not.
Really?
I
All I
mean,
listen to is like Brain Rot or FNF. I never listened to weird rock bands.
And I listen to like anything.
Like Grand Blue.
It's shut the fuck up.
this is gonna be your new
it's funny.
Toho.
So yeah, that's like for to fill in the people watching, we've done a few things. I don't know if we've ever mentioned that we've done actually we have, because we were talking about we should do this after the podcast. But we did a thing again recently where we just send a bunch of music and all listen to it together. And it was really funny because I sent the Cagliostro's theme, and it is the best song to catch people off guard with, and because I just get to sit there and listen.
Is this the song that like had a bunch of changes and me and Soul were like, "Whoa!" the whole time?
Yeah,
or,
the
like...
Prettiest Alchemist.
Okay, yeah.
It was.
I would like to say. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I say that a lot.
It was like there was something so like fun about just hearing everyone be like, oh, what the when they heard it change, because the song goes like throws you for so many loops. It's crazy. It's why I love it so much. I'm very proud that my favorite character also has one of the best songs in the game, but you know, also, you know, speaking of her, and also
wait,
because I brought up... No, it's just something short.
Before... Oh, okay.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, it was very short. I just wanted to say that the music butt rotation, as we call it, is the reason that I got into Guilty Gear.
Huh.
Because you played Elfeld's theme, and I was like, wow, this is good. I want to listen to it again. And then I listened to the rest of the Guilty Gear soundtrack, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look into this Guilty Gear thing. And now I'm playing Guilty Gear right now.
Wow, that's crazy. It's funny how things happen.
It was meant to be.
Indeed, it was. But what I was gonna say was, speaking of Cagliostro and also profile pictures, because I brought that up earlier, I've been trying to like find things to change my profile picture to like different stuff of her. But the problem is that naturally finding fan art of her is so unbelievably difficult, because I get like nothing on Twitter. I don't really get like Granblue fan art, and if I do, it's of different characters. So I really have trouble finding anything, and so I've been like, I need Twitter to be nicer to me and start recommending me, you know.
Or you could just go to Google Images, like I'm pretty sure everybody else does.
I like to find it from the artist. It's a lot.
I know how you feel. I very much know how you feel.
I feel like if I search it up on Google, like I'll get like 15 million like Pinterest results, and that's
exactly.
The problem with Google is that like you can search it up, yeah, but you won't have like a constant stream of like people like being updated with what people draw. Because if like what's it like someone draws something that you like 2 days like a few minutes ago, right? Google won't show that, so it's much better just to find an artist who does it.
Yeah.
Especially the ones who do it very like frequently.
Can we get a time check?
We just did 6 minutes ago.
We just did.
I wasn't paying attention.
Minutes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you never pay attention. Wow. I love bullying you, River. You're awesome.
Everybody does.
You're
Everybody
awesome sauce.
Does. I'm not awesome sauce. People hate me. I'm gonna go kill
It's like you put awesome sauce in a plate of potatoes.
I just posted it on Twitter for fun.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? What?
Slayer's 10th alt has nail polish. That's it.
That's crazy.
You've never seen that image? Okay. There's a picture of. Hold on.
Wait, who are you asking if they've seen that image?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I've seen the image.
No, I'm asking Soul. Have you seen the image? It's like Kung Fu Panda. Hold on. Let me copy it. I found it. It's an image of Kung Fu Panda of Po, and it just says
Oh,
it's
yeah.
looking for awesome sauce on an epic plate of bodaciousness.
It's such a-
That's so stupid.
Now I'm saving
it's
it.
just-
This is
I am now
that's the
stealing this
stupidest
meat.
thing I've
Thank you
ever
very much.
seen.
It's such a good image.
I want Jack Black to like voice over that.
Oh my god.
That'd be awesome.
Can I?
Is he on
I'm gonna do
Fiverr?
like an AI thing. I'm gonna train.
Don't you
No.
fucking
No.
dare.
Don't you
No.
fucking dare.
No.
I'm gonna kill you.
No.
I'm gonna
did-
train an
we
AI
do-
voice, and then
No,
No.
River, no.
River.
Bad,
If you do that,
River.
we're
Bad.
kicking you
I'm
off the
gonna scratch
podcast.
you with a
River.
water bottle like you're a fucking cat.
River, if you mess
Bad.
with AI, you're fucking lame.
okay, wait. I have a story for you, kind of.
If it's about AI, I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Soul knows this.
Alright.
I recently found a website called Suno, which essentially you
No.
put in a prompt and then
No,
based on the shut up, Soul. Based
I'm
on this,
upset. I'm already upset.
Tell my friend to shut up.
congratulations, you're gonna be on this week's
Yeah, let's
episode.
go. River's mom is on my defense again.
Yeah, great. You're gonna be on this week's episode. I hope you know that. I love you, mother.
New
I
guest.
was mom.
New guest.
Yeah,
For
that's
this
what
episode.
This is the guest. This is the guest. This is the guest for the
No,
episode.
we're not. No, this isn't the guest episode.
Yeah.
Featuring River's mom. We're gonna get so many.
I
clips
would
off
love
of
to
it.
do like it. I'm gonna go on a small tangent here and say that like if I ever like hit a certain amount of popularity to where people were interested in like hearing from my mother, I would go out of my way to make her like a VTuber model or something so she could sit with me while we do things. And
Boy, oh
like-
boy, do I have the friend for you.
Wait, who?
I have a friend that does VTuber model commissions.
Cool.
anyhow,
Also, you know,
about
actually,
the
I'll wait for River to finish.
I essentially I found this website called Suno, and you can either do custom
Maybe I
lyrics,
won't
or you
wait
can,
for River to finish.
you can either do custom lyrics, or you could just simply put in a prompt, and depending on what you type in, Suno will generate 2 entire songs for
Slop.
you.
Cringe.
Yeah, I bet it would. But
And I made this. I went
Agreed.
through the trouble of making a Taco Bell blues song. I say I like making, but I went through the trouble of writing the lyrics for the song, and it's like it does such
Slop.
a good job of executing like I mean, I guess it's okay with instruments, but it's so fucking hilarious the way that it delivers these lines.
AI swap.
And
Kill it.
it's hilarious in the sense that it's fucking god awful, and it's
Yes,
just,
we know.
the fact that it's god awful is what makes it hysterical for me. And I went to go share this song with Soul, and Soul was like, don't ever.
yes, I said that,
Wait.
and you bring it up anyway, just like Cars 2. Except Cars 2
Just-
was actually
Wait, I wanna hear about Cars
by
2.
real people,
No.
and I don't understand how real
We're
people
not-
can conceive
you
that
can
like
hear
unreal
about-
created piece
you
of shit.
can hear-
They don't-
So,
Song You
so-
is just complete utter garbage that isn't even made by humans.
Your soul.
You know, so I'm at least glad that
You are right.
your hatred of Cars 2 does not run deeper than your hatred for
Yeah,
AI.
Here, I have
no,
a take. I
AI
have
is
a take.
legitimately just garbage. At least,
I have a-
at least
here.
the piece of shit
What?
that Cars 2 is
I have-
was made by people. That's
I
like
have a-
the
here, I have a
genuine
take.
compliment.
I have a
Your thing.
take.
Your take.
I feel like AI is not as bad as people put it. Okay,
I
like,
think.
hear me, no,
Like,
hear
really
me out,
bad?
hear me out.
No,
No, hear me out, hear me out. Wait, hear me out, hear me out. Like, let me
I'm
finish,
not
let
gonna
me
hear you
finish,
out
let
for
me
shit.
finish.
Hear me
You know
out.
what? You know what? You know what?
Let me finish.
You know what? You know what? It's
Finish.
okay. You know what? Let him burn the food. Let him
Yeah,
burn
let
the
me let me finish. I do think that AI is bad. Like, it replacing jobs that other people could have is 100% bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that. I feel like AI isn't as bad when people like use it for comedy, where you can 100% tell it's AI, because it's like you're not like, okay.
Wait, no,
No,
but
no,
also
I
you're
get what
ignoring
you're-
the.
Hang on.
No,
hang
hold on.
Wait, can I make one comment? So
Yeah.
I think I get what you're saying. It's like there's funny applications and like and occasionally positive applications.
Yeah.
Like for AI that can exist, but by virtue of the things they can do. The problem is that everything else exists.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, that's the only problem. I do don't
Wait,
like.
also, wait, can I say my piece? Because
That
I don't think I'm
they're
gonna say
trained
what you think. I don't think like I'm gonna say what you think I'm gonna say. Because
Okay, what were you gonna say?
the thing about like being like, oh, it's okay if it's funny, is that, well, not only that it is what you were just going to say, still stealing from people, no matter how funny it is. It's still that. But also the fact that it's really horrible for the environment, like absolutely horrible for the environment due to how much energy it produces.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
like it is like genuinely like something that is kind of destroying it right now.
Wait, wouldn't other things also be destroying the environment?
Yes, but that is a big part of it right now. Like that's a kind of big concern.
The amount of power consumption that it takes to manage the AI's like outputs. It takes an absurd amount of power to the point where it's like, how did anyone think this was remotely okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Again,
like,
hear me out. I think.
No.
Wait. Hold on.
Let you enjoy your
finish.
Let
me finish. I wasn't even gonna say it. Let me finish. I feel like AI, like the best course for it would be that if it was like a little thing that would be on like a solar power, like solar power, so that it didn't use
renewable?
The energy that other places.
Like how many solar panels can you put?
Let me finish.
Good use of AIs to throw it in the fucking garbage. All right.
I feel like I was gonna
You're
say.
one to talk, River.
Okay, Mrs. Song Yu.
It's pronounced Suno.
I'm sorry, Jem. I just had to make fun of River. You know how it is.
Okay. Listen,
you know we had to do it.
I was gonna say that it would be fun if it was like a renewable source of power, and that one, it had its own bank of things that it borrowed from that were authorized to be there. Like if it was from renewable power, it had like its own bank of things. Then I think AI would be good to use in a way, because and also not be used to replace people. Like I saw really good use for it the other day, actually two. There was like a thing, right? Okay, how do I put this? It was for an FNF mod. Okay, but listen, hear me out. The whole joke was that there's a singer, right? Like they needed someone to sing in a song, but the problem is that the voice actor for the character didn't know how to sing, but another person in the team could. So what they did was basically train an AI on the sole voice of the voice actor with his consent to then apply to the voice of the singer. I think in that case, AI is fine. It's not harming anybody, and it's not based on anybody that didn't give their input.
What mod is this exactly?
Legacy, Sonic Legacy.
Sonic Legacy.
Yeah.
What song was that?
Obituary.
The first. It's like the only song in the mod right now.
Yeah. The whole joke is that the voice actor for Sonic in that mod can't sing, but the composer that did everything else can. So what they did was get the voice actor and then, apply the voice to the singer. So I think in such cases, I think it's fine because you're basically facilitating something. But of course, there's like a billion other things that drag AI down. And honestly, it's looking more like people want to use it for, replacement
Right.
rather than a tool. That how it is meant to be a tool, not replacement.
And
Yeah,
the thing is
it's
that you can't really control like the populations that use the
Yeah,
AI in a malicious way.
that's
So,
also a bad
and the
thing.
thing is that the way you're thinking, I think that even with my disagreements, maybe that's something that other
You're back.
people could like work on better to make like AI something that benefits more than it damages. But
Yeah, a
it's just
tool.
not but it's just not the ideal world in order to try that in with the
Yeah.
amount of people who already use AI for malicious stuff. And
Yeah.
it's not like people are gonna like shut AI down because there's gonna be people who make AIs now that they know how to like widespread them. I mean, take like the song and fucking like app for example. Like River just has to input shit, and that's its own thing. It's not like the AI is in like a big database. It's like their own databases.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to say the people who use AI mostly, like your case, I feel like is a very rare, like 1 in 1 billion or 1,000, if it were being, not being hyperbolic case of this happening, because normally that is not what it would be used for. But also, just like the people who are making these AIs, the people who are using AI generally do not have respect for artists or creative people and see them as replaceable. And they do not care if AI is a tool for them. They care that they want AI to be a cheap replacement because they do not value artists. They do not value their time. They do not value their effort. They do not value their work. And they are looking for a cheap alternative because, that's what is encouraged. It's encouraged to.
Food. It's the fast food mentality. Like, I want it
It's like,
quick
yeah.
here and now.
Yeah, but like worse because at least the person made your fast food.
Yeah.
And
So like
This is like the SpongeBob episode where they just make a machine to assemble a burger.
it's.
Yeah.
I saw a post about.
except instead of a burger, it's creativity.
I saw a
Trying
Yeah,
to
post
both end
about.
up being slop.
creativity.
I saw a post about the Phineas and Ferb episode where they just made robots of themselves to do all the work for them, and the point of the episode was them finding out that it's more fun to just do it themselves.
Yeah. But no,
It's,
it's always fun that you can always see like people doing heinous stuff on social media, and then you'll be like, why do you do this? Did you not watch cartoons? There's like a moral for every single thing in like a cartoon that everybody like for example, like how Twitter became like super lifeless and like corporate. There's literally an episode of there's literally an episode of the Fairly Odd Parents on why it is good to be, colorful and have like a little bit at least of diversity rather than just being boring and corporate. But I guess no one watched that, so we're stuck with what we have.
No, I think Elon Musk is just a psychopath.
That too.
Yeah.
that is also a factor.
I am Elon Musk, and I'm going to buy all the corporations and also make Tesla the biggest company in the world. And also, I'm going to smite this username Soul because they're making fun of me.
Yep.
Well,
going to
this is the
kill
last
him.
episode I'll be in. I hope you guys will attend my funeral.
Okay, how much will it cost?
Nothing.
Okay, if I had
Oh.
I would charge $30 to come, and every $30 that people gave me, I would take it, and I would buy Guilty Gear Strive for the Switch. That's like I would save up.
Guilty
like
Gear
my
for
last
the
wish.
homeless.
My last wish is to give Guilty Gear Strive to the Switch.
No,
for
you
children
know what?
cancer.
You should save your money. You should save your money.
I'd
I
be
was
dead.
dead, so
I mean,
I don't know how I would say.
we're
Make
like
a
on the-
fund. Make a
we're like on the-
trust fund.
We're in like the bringe. Is that the right word? We're like on the cusp. The cusp.
What
We're on the
Yeah.
cusp of the new Nintendo console being revealed. So if anything, I'd keep my money.
I'd be dead.
I bet you would. Keep your money.
Wait, what do you mean you'd be dead?
Well, because
The
Elon
whole
Musk would
joke
snipe
was-
me down.
The whole joke was that I was charging people to come to my funeral.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought we were talking about my funeral because Elon Musk would snipe me down.
Oh, okay. Well, I just said I'd kill him, so he'll probably.
I think that we should end this episode by everyone rallying together to go kill Elon Musk.
Kill Elon Musk.
Kill,
Elon
no,
Musk.
wait, hold on, that's
Kill-
bad. No.
Somebody, listen. Somebody has to take the life sentence for the team. It's not going to be me.
You stole that from a tweet. You stole
I
that
know,
from a
it did.
tweet.
I did. I tweeted that tweet, and it was very funny, so I stole it.
You know what? If I retweeted stuff, I would have too.
I steal
Oh my
things all
gosh.
the time. Do you think any of my jokes are original? They're not.
They're
Most
based
of
on
my
real
jokes are
life
just me
stories.
saying things, and then the other one is that
Yeah,
one
all
was
my,
just the tweet
whenever
I
I
saw.
tell stories, it's just plagiarism of my real life.
I
sue
plagiarize
for that.
myself, so that doesn't mean it's plagiarizing. It just means I'm a good writer. Trust me.
Yeah. You know how much I want to actually write something, but I have no ideas and I would never finish it.
No, I don't know.
No, my shiny fucking Wormadam, it's dead.
Oh, I thought you cared about me. It's just you and your shinies again.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna lose all of my Pokemon. No, this is not how I wanted this to go.
Wait, Amber, what did you say?
Yeah.
I said, oh, you're talking about your shinies and not talking about me.
No, before that.
Oh, I just
I'm sorry.
you definitely threw off my train of thought there.
Sorry.
I was just talking about, like, I have so many. I really would like to write a story, but I have no ideas and also would never finish it.
About what?
I don't know. I said I have no ideas. What do you?
Oh, okay. I mean, I would just say that take your hyperfixation that you do have right now and do something
Start
about
writing
it.
fan fiction.
I mean, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
why?
You are.
Tell me.
What?
Calamity. I'm because the lore is very unfinished and there's a lot of holes in the story, so I'm filling them up.
Fair enough.
I'm finishing
DIY
this
lore
story.
writer.
Yeah,
It did not take you as a fanfic writer, I'm gonna be honest.
I've read 2.
So what?
Fanfics.
I've
I've read 2.
Would you be surprised or expected to the fact that I've read 0?
Yeah, that's pretty expected.
I
would've
would be. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I lost. I'm sad. I'm crying. Chuck is gonna die.
Wait, yeah, how many
No.
have you read? I feel like you've read at least one.
Fuck. I lost.
At least, Fia, have you read at least one fan fiction?
First, Sophia, anybody there?
Oh no, I hear you.
Then what's the answer?
You'll never know.
Okay. Well,
All right.
I guess I'll save
How
my
productive.
progress.
Cool to know. I would say what I had the 2 fanfictions that I read, but they're both about DR and they both have spoilers. Because
You read Danganronpa fanfiction?
yes, I did. Trust me, 2020 was a very boring year.
Oh yeah, 2020.
2020 was when I started getting into FNF, which is when you can tell that my life started to fall apart. So I'm glad we all had similar experiences.
I like
Yeah.
how everybody, me and a few of my friends who are now all really, really into Splatoon, all have the very specific thing that we all were hyper fixated on Danganronpa in 2020, and we all
Everybody was for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Except
like
me.
a curse. It was like we all like it is like I regret it.
You know
Not
what?
really, because like by some strange train of events, I feel like Danganronpa. Honestly, I feel you know how you probably haven't. I don't know why you would notice. The only reason I put little symbols in characters' eyes is because Danganronpa did it, and I said, "Oh, that's cool."
Oh.
Remember the
Yeah,
And
they
I
do
kind
that.
of adapted it into my art style.
first drawing you ever did of me had upside down hearts.
Yes, I thought it was cute.
It was.
Amen.
You know, it's the funniest thing.
Too bad we lost that in the war.
I got so
I still have it.
much. I got so
Not
much
very
into
good.
DR that I can like legitimately remember some of like the very active members of the DR subreddit, because I used to that, and along with the FNF subreddit, I used to be there
There
like
was some guy
almost every
obsessed
day.
with Celestia Lutenberg, and I wanted
I
him to
do
shut
remember
up.
that. There was another one with
Wait,
Kyoko.
you know-
Everybody had like one single person that they simped for.
I'd imagine so. You know, Fia, that reminds me. Have we ever told anyone about our Craig bit?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so when
Tell them.
when me and Fia were playing through the first Danganronpa game together, we initially wanted to record what we did, and we did so through a bot called Craig. And we just kind of had this running bit about, like, you know, Craig in general. But one thing that we had in particular was, I forget what exactly sparked this, but we started calling Celestia Ludenberg Celestia Ludencraig.
That's funny.
Oh, God.
I thought you were gonna say, you were like, okay, Craig, clip that.
And, you know,
No, it was
that's-
very funny.
Yeah, it's so like, and it's gotten to the point now where every time I hear Celestia Ludenberg, it sounds wrong because I'm expecting
exactly.
Celestia Ludencraig.
Yeah, me honestly.
We said
me
it
too.
so much.
Like in my brain my brain almost auto corrected myself. I was like, no, wait, no, that's not right. That's where I also got the now lost clip of you being surprised that Monokuma was a bear.
Sometimes I surprise.
What did you think he was?
I don't
Exactly.
remember. Sometimes
No.
like.
I
Sometimes I
remember
surprise
it.
myself.
Sometimes I remember it distinctly because I was like on the floor with tears in my eyes, and B, Amber's reasoning was like I asked, and your reasoning was, I don't know, I've never seen a bear.
Yeah.
I think that, like, me playing through the first Danganronpa, like, somehow, like, regressed my intellect. Because
I
I
think
was, like,
so.
a whole new brand of stupid when I played that game.
The
from
11037.
from not understanding 11037 to not knowing that Monokuma was a bear. I just don't know what my mind was on when I was playing that game. Maybe it's like a curse from Danganronpa.
I think so.
Like an infection.
Speaking of the curse, we do have to do. I really do want to play V3. I've been seeing Danganronpa a lot more on my timeline, and every time I'm like, I need to force Amber to finish what
We
we
have to
started.
continue V3, and we have to continue River playing through V1.
Oh yeah,
Or
I
one,
do want to
not
watch
V1.
River play through the first one.
One day we'll get to chapter 4. One day. But yeah, we can do that any time. I've just been doing my other stuff.
God, I'm trying to find those. One of the.
Wait. I think
To-
we're at time.
We're at 3 hours 21 minutes, so yes.
Yeah, we should probably
Should we wrap it up? What a doozy of
Yeah.
an episode.
I don't even know what you'll call this one.
I don't
think
know
it's
either.
The journey to the.
I'll have to put a content warning on this one.
Yeah, actually, I think the journey to the Fitzgerald dimension.
I can't believe the funny bit of the episode came from me accidentally saying my old therapist's name. With
You
apologies.
need to ask your new therapist what happened. By the way, that's your homework.
I have therapy this coming Tuesday, so I'll
Don't
keep
forget.
you posted.
Can you name the episode Jeremy G Mania or something like that?
That would be funny.
into the Fitzgerald verse.
Yes, do that.
Fine, I'll name it something stupid like that.
Oh, come on. You say that like your episode names aren't always stupid, and I mean that in the best way, of course.
My episode names are always stupid. It's like I feel like it's 90% of the time where I write a thing to be funny, I look back on it and I'm like, wow, that's not funny.
Yeah, like me and my notes app, 3 a.m. escapades.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for
those
watching.
Those are always wild.
If you watched to this point, leave a like so that River gets better.
If you watch to this
subscribe.
point, why?
If you watch to this point, make sure that kill Elon Musk.
Why? Kill Elon Musk.
No, don't do it.
Yes. Why are you defending him?
I'm not defending him. I'm against killing, and also said it also.
I think that you should be for killing.
We might die.
Like if he's not gonna go to jail, I mean, we might as well take matters into our own hands.
Death or jail. It's one or the other.
Never jail.
Why?
We're gonna send Elon Musk to the nether portal.
Before we end the episode, I completely forgot that there was something I said that I was going to mention and then didn't. Thing I was gonna mention. So I mentioned the friend that I have that does VTuber model commissions. I feel kind of bad. I feel bad for them because they like a lot of their commissions and stuff is done through Twitter. And the problem being that they are Brazilian.
Oh no, are they Brazilian? No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So it's been not the best for them.
I found it.
What?
No.
I found one of the fan fictions.
Oh, I figured that was what you found.
You know and you guys want to know another thing that's funny that I'm gonna put on top of this whole like play a random ending. In this entire thing, I found 2 shiny Voltorb. I found a shiny Sandy Burmy. I found a shiny Rotom, and they all died because my dumbass couldn't win against Mach Punch Hitmontop, and I'm sad.
RP.
Well, that's a shame.
Rest in peace.
Too many triple axles and then Mach Punch
rip in
Mach
peace.
Punch out magneted the might.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Anyways. Jem, are you going to send Theo that fan fiction and share your shame?
It's like you put awesome sauce on an epic plate of food.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, this is the other one.
Oh boy.
I love this image. I'm gonna send it to one of my friends. Hold on.
Are you curious?
About what? The fan
fictions.
Yeah.
Because he found them.
Found what fan fiction?
The Danganronpa fan fictions.
Oh my! Oh no.
Okay, that's fine.
No, send it. I'm curious, morbidly.
I can tell you. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna tell you like the synopsis in the end. They have like even the synopsis has spoilers. So
is it spoilers for V3 or something?
Joe Biden and Donald Trump share a passionate kiss in the sunset.
But like, also,
okay, you know what? Okay, both of the
even if it wasn't, I mean,
that's Danganronpa.
I'll just tell you both. Okay, both have to do with.
Wait, hold. River.
I'm not gonna say the name. The name, but both have to do with like certain characters surviving when they shouldn't. That's the whole idea of both of them. One's for V3, the other one's for another game.
Alright.
Yes, I can see the appeal of something like that.
No.
Yeah.
You said that, so like, the appeal.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna send these. I feel too embarrassed too. You know what's funny about
Did I say something weird or something?
No, don't worry. You know what's funny about the plate of bodaciousness on awesome sauce. I remember I searched it up. By like saying like it's like you put awesome sauce on a plate of quinoa or something like that. And I got
a quinoa. Thank you very much.
yeah, and then I woke up and then I logged into my computer again and I saw that I had the tab open. It's like, oh right, I searched that up.
My past shame is coming back to me.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember my degeneracy.
And well, this was an episode.
We need to end the episode.
We need to kill Elon Musk.
You know what? Do it. Do it.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you watched this far, grab your nearest gun and go to Elon Musk's current location.
Oh no!
By the way, for legal purposes, all of this was a joke.
Exactly.
Please
do not hold us in court in case he gets assassinated within the next few days.
We are not responsible for any
my new catchphrase is, man, I was gonna say something fucked up. That's my new catchphrase.
That's gonna be your fandom page.
And also your. That's my catchphrase. And then also River says, let me put something into perspective. And then Jem goes, Wowie Dangle. Something I don't remember.
Jem, do you say that?
And then Amber goes, you know, like awkward, like, you know, like awkward.
No, I do not.
Well, Sophia, you would probably not want the fanfictions. They're literally like book length. One is 67 chapters, the other one is 20.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna.
Oh yeah, no.
The fanfiction, the book.
Yeah, hold on.
The movie.
The movie, the cinematic masterpiece.
Honestly,
the
if I had
live
to guess,
action.
there are Danganronpa books out there.
Splatoon Fest.
Yes, the Grand Fest. I never even got to talk about it, but we're ending the episode now. I'm tired.
Yeah, you should. People need their beauty sleep. But thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe so River gets better. Also comment down. Hello, we're ending. Yes, we're ending the episode.
Oh, you've gone for so long.
Make sure to
everybody, like the video if you want River to stay safe.
Yeah, like the video so she recovers.
Wait. You want them to like the video so I stay sick?
No,
like sick as hell, you know, like you know.
Hey guys, if you like the episode, River will shit her pants.
Like this episode, and I will
River,
dive.
We're just gonna be in VC one day, and
River will
and then
spontaneously
someone somewhere will like the episode, and River just goes like, "Yeah, so when it."
Oh no! Someone liked the video.
Get this video to 10,000 likes, and I will jump into a pool full of chlorine water.
Crazy.
Cool. That's a pool.
So, actually, no, this is the craziest thing ever. Like, no one has ever done that before.
I think we should, if we get this video to 10,000 likes, River will do a belly flop from the high dive board.
Yo, if you like this video, River will literally like the video.
If you like this video, I will send many of these to her house.
The more
if you like the video, you like the video.
Guys, if the more you like the video, the faster we end this fucking episode.
The more you like the video, the more we hate the video.
The more you like the video, the more I to play Oscar.
The more you like the video, the more tempted I am to do the. I'll just die. I'm not even gonna search for it. I'll just die.
Guys, every time you like the video, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe. And say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
I'm Seth Rogen. I'm Seth
And
Rogen.
make
I'm Seth
sure to
Rogen.
like and